Orange tea.
Hey, everybody, I'm Mike.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Bob.
Welcome to Whiskey Wednesday. Board Game Rundown is in the house. How we doing, everybody?
I am happy to be here.
Yeah, buddy.
Absolutely. And so are Dave and Di Rossi. They were the first ones here.
Firsties.
We're gonna see you guys in a month. QSCon is right around the corner, guys.
Man, it's crazy.
Yeah,
I
QSCon's
know.
going to be awesome. I cannot wait for QSCon. It's going to be awesome.
I love having these conventions so close together because we get to see everybody, but then they go so long without one. It's like,
Yeah.
There just needs to be more.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to have the ability to go to more cons, I think is really the issue.
Hey, Andrew. Oh, that was weird. There was a delay on that.
Let's just write out in front, say, like, subscribe, thumbs up, do all those things. Thank you for being here. You guys rock. We appreciate the continued support. You're going to start to see a lot of content start to come out from us. We have had a huge backlog of videos, and we're finally getting those edited and brought out. So there's some reviews that we've been sitting on for quite a while, not on purpose. So I'm really excited for some of these.
You'll see Tim with a different haircut.
What? No, it's always the same haircut. Bob might have a little less gray. Mike's
a little
beard
less gray. That's
not,
right. It's like time traveling. Yeah.
Mike's beard may be less Andrew Luckish. It might be a little better, maybe a little less Kyle Orton.
The guys with the scraggliest beards. Andrew Luck has a neck beard.
Yeah, that dude's a millionaire, and he went to Stanford, and he can't do better for himself than that. That's why I never respected him. It's terrible.
He obviously didn't care what you think, Tim. He retired at the age of 29.
Good for him, dude.
As a multimillionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be doing the same.
Yeah. Ouch. Mike, do you want to tell Bob? Do you want to tell him? Because I don't know that I want to tell him.
I thought you were going to tell him, Tim.
We'll talk after the show. Oh no, my internet's gone, and I'm going. I'm going through a tunnel. I'm losing.
Hey, Eric, they're doing their house-hosted convention this weekend, which I had to miss because of previous engagements. Rossi's are excited for QSCon. I can't wait. QSCon road trip 2024. This is one of the reasons I like planning trips. I look forward to it. The moment I plan it, I just look forward to it like the whole time. It's like months of looking forward to that trip, So I can't wait.
Oh no. I just saw a comment coming down the pipe. Dave, you're not convinced that I'm wrong, but willing to try again. Okay. Look, dude, I wanted to like that game so badly. Oh, wait, why is this or is somebody else hitting something, or is it just me?
No,
it's acting
delay.
weird. Okay, cool.
There's a delay. Yeah, it's weird.
I really wanted to like Empire's End. It's a designer that I really like. That's John DeClaire, right?
Yes.
The art and everything is really beautiful, and I just am
Mariah.
Just miserable. Just miserable playing that game. If I want to play Crisis Management and have fun, though, I'll do like XCOM or something like that.
Yeah.
Black Orchestra.
Not Empire Happy Time.
Nope.
But
it also doesn't feel like that game freaking ends.
It was not that long. It was appropriately paced.
Yeah. Agree with you there, Gray Fox. Definitely agree with you there.
Oh, we'll talk about some stuff. Gray Fox.
Open gaming will be talked about.
I don't know how long you've been, partaking in the show, man. But if you're, welcome. And if you're at a convention and we're there, find us. Let's say hi. I made a point to if somebody on Discord told me they were at a place, I went there. Within reason. I mean, if I had a meeting, I had to go to a meeting, but otherwise I ran to get there so that I can meet some people. I may be able to approach it. Oh, now that you know what it is. Yeah, you might be able to. I tried. And then, oh man, Eric is laying it on thick.
Yeah, sorry, Eric, that before I knew TBCon existed, I made plans with my retired dad on his birthday. I'm
He's
sorry
retired.
about that.
He's got lots of time.
I hate you guys.
Well, Gray Fox, I will just tell you, we're never too busy. Just say hi. If you're too busy, you're too busy. That's fine. But I will just speak for all of us at the rundown. We are never too busy. We will be very happy to say hey and visit.
For yourself, Tim.
But
I would always be happy to see somebody.
Happy to sign some babies, you know.
Yeah.
No, I was just going to add on the Empire's End take. I completely agree with Tim, like wholeheartedly, because I think if I remember correctly, we played 5 that day and I decided to sit out because I don't remember. Well, because we had 5 of us there that day and we can only fit 4 on set. But John D. Clare has become one of my favorite designers, and I did not enjoy that game. It is painful. I like bidding. That's painful. It's painful bidding. Great artist. I did not enjoy my play of that game. I would prefer not to play it again.
And we played it a couple times because the first time we played it, we had some of the order of operations wrong, and then went back and played it again. And I don't know that it made it worse, but it certainly didn't make it better. No. I made it a little shorter, so I guess it was better. But
it's just the game of which action bones you over the least.
Yeah, and that's fine sometimes.
Feel good.
But for whatever reason, it just didn't come off very good. But yeah, that's a review that we've had in the can for a while. So I'm really glad that that's finally gotten out. So Bob can take his game home and we didn't need to show.
I know, it's been sitting on the shelf like
B-roll.
You're going to see some older content coming out. But the fact is, we've got a lot of backlog. We've been busy, folks.
We do, and we're gonna even do. We're committing, and I'll just say it now on camera. We're committing to do more of those 10 videos where it's just like a 10-15 minute long 10 games you should see because of X, or 10 games that do X. I've got one about 3/4 of the way done, and it's funny because my background for the list is probably as long as the list itself, and I won't spoil anything else about it. The boys know what I'm writing about, or at least, but
what he's writing about is, sorry.
Yeah. And anyways, and yes, Evan's Empire game is way better. You want Crisis Management after the Empire is so good. It's really
what
fun.
What about the post-apocalyptic game after the Empire ends?
Yeah, that's the one that we're trying to get either Bob
John
to make.
Claire and Evan crossover.
Oh yeah, because that's.
Ooh.
Wait, what is it?
That's a game I play.
Edge of Darkness.
Andrew,
so
that's
the Edge.
Great point.
So sums up a list. Yeah, thanks, Andrew. Yeah, dude, it will be because it's scripted. I've got everything written down. But I filled up.
I knew you'd go off topic.
Oh, dude, I filled up like 3 pages of a legal pad today, like just writing. But I really needed to. I like to, with this kind of thing, especially if it's a topic I know a lot about, I like to share that knowledge, right, as much as I can, because I feel like it kind of rounds out the list better. Gives you some really good context and some things that are really interesting. Legion Air, welcome. One day, you know what? If you can, I strongly recommend you make it to any kind of con you have around you.
Yeah, even just a small local one.
Yeah,
start small.
You don't have to jump into 71,000 people at Gen Con. You could.
Yeah,
you
can do 100
at a lot.
School.
Find a cheap, easy one to get to. Like even if it's just a one day. It's totally worth it. This is Josh. We know Josh.
There we go.
Yes. Yeah, dude.
Hey,
those local ones. We know that guy.
Speaking of
I'm
which,
excited
a
to play
little
your
bit
new
of
Magic deck, even though we're not supposed to talk about Magic on the show.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's a valid point there, Dave.
Yeah, it is. Hey, I was not on that full 42 where they were just going through I mean, I was commenting, I think, on their 1994 movies. But yeah, Dave, that's totally.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh.
Oh, Tim's internet hamster is still pissed. He never recovered last
He
week.
never fed it. You gotta feed it, man.
You gotta feed things to keep them alive, Tim. That was our editor. He wants a
Cat theme.
cat
Mike,
themed games list.
did you at Gen Con ever make it over to the Hachette booth? Because they had a telephone pole with like strings between them and you're hanging cats on them kind of game. I didn't get to check it out, but it was selling out every day. Not sure if you ever made it over there or not. I don't remember the name. It was a very weird name. But,
man, I remember when that comment right there was like 20 times a night. We've come so far.
We have. I don't know what has changed. Literally nothing has changed. Nothing's been moved.
You switched hamster food, didn't you? You cheapened and you went with a low protein option.
Listen, dude, I'm on a budget. I had
there
Gen
you
Con,
go, Mike.
I got
Mike
QSCon. I'm going out of state for undisclosed reasons that I can't talk about until maybe next month.
And boop the halls.
Yeah.
Ahoy kitten, naturally.
Naturally.
I mean, duh. So we have other news. Speaking of conventions, let's get that part.
Oh yeah, let's do it, Mike.
So yes, I will be at Grand Con this year. So that's pretty cool. That's in Grand Rapids, which is only 2 hours north of us. And I hear that's a really good convention for just playing games. They're not sold out. So if you live in Michigan or Northern Indiana, check that one out. It's Labor Day weekend, the Friday and Saturday of Labor Day weekend. I did not have this ready yet. And I gotta spell it. There we go.
And hence.
All right, so there we go. So we had another one that's a bit more local to us. It's smaller. So again, if you want to talk about just playing games,
Josh, this is a con you should go to, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is in Warsaw, Indiana, and this year they've moved it to Warsaw High School, so they will have more space. But this is called Tabletop Adventure Con. We will have a booth there. Now, I don't think that we're going to be selling anything, but of course, once we tell Mark that we'll be there,
we might have some shirts.
Change. We might have some shirts. We may bring some of our pins.
Our Gen Con pins.
But this was fun last year. I mean, we're just going to be playing games, teaching games.
Learn a game wrong from me.
Yes, correct. This is Saturday and Sunday, October 19th and October 20th. We will be there exclusively on Saturday, October 19th. But this is an all-day thing. This goes from 8:30 all the way up till 10 p.m. You literally can sit there and game all day. And even though this is a small con, they have the Gen Con gaming library. I'm not kidding. They have access to over 2,500 games.
Yeah, and Bob will be there, so that you'll have access to 5,000 games.
And Bob
will bring them all. But if there is something specific that you want to play, let me know, and if I've got it, I'll bring it.
Yeah.
War room.
Ooh, Andrew says he might be swinging in. That's cool.
Oh, dude, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I will. We're going to be promoting this event. So we're going to be putting out more content.
And we are honestly, no joke, making ourselves available to be there, to play games with people, teach people games. If there's a game you want to know, I will tell you, if there's a game you want to know how to play and I have access to it, I will learn it and I will help you learn. I will teach you how to play it, probably mostly correctly, but I will learn that game and teach you how to play it. If I have access to it, I will gladly do it. And then this is in October, Mike. What are the dates one more time for Josh?
Saturday, October 19th and Saturday, October 20th. I put the link in the chat here.
Saturday and Sunday, not Saturday and Saturday.
Yeah, that. Going back up a little bit. Welcome, Noah. I know you don't always get to join in, but appreciate
What's up, man? Welcome. Welcome back. Glad to see you. And yes, more people, because they would have listened to people bitch about Gen Con.
Which is what we're going to do today.
Rabble.
We have another little thing, which I believe Tim will be able to help us out with.
I actually can do that. I can teach you Twilight Imperium.
Oh, wow.
I've got third edition, but fourth edition is basically the same game except a little more streamlined.
Same game, but different.
Yeah.
Tim, there's another little promotion that we were going to talk about.
Oh yeah, let's do this real quick. So we had a local thing in South Bend just this last weekend. It's called Art Beat. It's a really cool thing that South Bend does every year. They basically like close off a bridge, like a whole stretch of road that goes through downtown, and vendors bring out like their booths, their arts and crafts stuff. And the Indiana Whiskey Company was there, and I stopped by and I just kind of tried and asked. I said, hey, do you guys like sponsor stuff ever? And they're like, well, can you define that? And so I was like, hey, I got a little YouTube channel, and on Wednesdays we do a Whiskey Wednesday. So if you wanted us to like showcase a whiskey, you throw us a bottle, like I'd happily talk about it. And actually it turns out the gentleman I was talking to is their brand manager. We're going to try to get him on the show. Come on and do a top 5 with us one night. He's their brand manager, but he's a gamer. He plays D&D, and his ex-boyfriend used to play Magic. And I was like, well, I understand why he's your ex. But then he plays some tabletop games, and stuff like that. And I was like, that is awesome. And so he ran to and got me this sweet little bottle of Just Whiskey, Indiana whiskey, Just Whiskey. It's pretty good. I have had a couple of the Indiana whiskeys before, mostly because they just started, I don't know, in the last, 10, 15 years. They're pretty new locally. And anytime that there's something cool happening locally, if you want it to stick around, you got to support it, right?
Support it.
Yeah. So I have supported them off and on, because when I want to, this is technically not a bourbon, even though it says a bourbon, because it's not made in Kentucky, it's made in Indiana. But I bought some bottles of Indiana whiskey just because it's them. And I've never been disappointed. And so I just wanted to shout them out. Thank you very much. I look forward to trying more of your varieties. And we're going to have Jacoby on at some point in time and just kind of do a top 5. And I'm like, it can be whatever, man. I was like, whatever you want. But he was super sweet. He was very kind. And just took a few minutes to talk to me about it. And I was like, you never know, right? Like it's weird for me to like walk up to a booth.
That was hilarious.
What?
So
go, Tim, Mike, scroll back up a little bit, or I guess down.
Back down. Yeah.
Right there. Breakfast of Degenerates.
Yes.
Hilarious.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I was going through their options. The top 2 here, I've had these. These are both excellent. So the bourbon you're drinking, very good.
Yep.
This corn mash one that's clear and deceptively looks like vodka. You drink it and you're like, yeah, that's whiskey, but it just really throws you off because it's clear. Chocolate and whiskey, don't do that. I've had that. And it's not like it's bad. It's just chocolate and whiskey. Just don't do that.
Listen, I'll try it.
Additionally, though, this Hoosier Sweet Heat, once you have this one, you'll never have Hot Damn or any of that stuff again.
Aftershock.
Hey, trust me, I don't ever need to have that.
I do that ever anyway.
Goldschlager, no. You get yourself like a small batch, like cinnamon whiskey. It always is better.
Okay, hold on.
Very
Eric,
good. I have some in the garage.
Eric, yes, technically it is distilled to be a bourbon because that is what they do. But I have too many family members from the state of Kentucky that they would kick down my door if I referred to this as legitimate bourbon. It would be a problem.
If you're far enough south, it's basically Kentucky anyway.
Oh boy. And that's why I haven't tried that clear one. Well, I don't know. Maybe I have tried that clear one.
It's just whiskey. It is not moonshine. It's legitimately just whiskey. It's a corn mash.
Bob, do you remember that poitín I brought back from Ireland when Jenny and I went and I made everybody drink some of it? That's what I'm afraid that stuff tastes like.
So yeah, good stuff though. They have a ton of great products. Indiana Whiskey Company.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool. And I really am grateful that they just responded so well to somebody just randomly walking up and being like, hey, I have a channel. You should. Well, I mean, I try to be very nice. I assume nothing, expect nothing. You know, I was like, if I walk away with the guy's card and then we talk to them in the future, but the fact that he handed us a bottle, I was pretty excited about.
I wasn't going to, but once you start talking about Indiana whiskey, I figured I might as well man up. So I'll drink some Michigan whiskey here. Beer barrel bourbon. Of course, this is from the Dragon's Milk Distillery, which makes some of the best beer on the planet.
I never knew dragons had nipples.
It's wyverns have nipples, not dragons. So you just
dragon's milk, you know.
Yeah, you can milk anything that has nipples, Bob.
That's apparently.
Yeah, Buffalo Trace is always a good one.
Oh yeah, it's so good. I blew through that bottle of Buffalo Trace that I had like so fast. It's too good.
It's very good. Got that little bit of nice bite on the back end. Good stuff. All right, guys, we do have a topic to talk about that we briefly alluded to since we talked about conventions. And we're gonna rant about the stuff we don't like about Gen Con.
Let's do it.
So you know, I mean, we had Ammon on before Gen Con. We had a nice little sort of things we're looking forward to and stuff we like to do. And then last week we had our recap of Gen Con, and everybody got to sit through my slideshow that overstays its welcome, apparently. But now, he's drinking absinthe. Nobody knows what's in the mystery bottle.
You just gotta pour it over a sugar cube. You're cool.
No, it's Maker's Mark. I pour it into here, and so that way when people come over, I can pour the cheap shit in there, and then they think it's Maker's Mark.
Right.
Perfect.
They're like, oh, Bob, hand me that decanter with Makers in it. You're like, you got it, dude.
Wow, you got it, dude.
You got to really stop making that face, though, when you hand it to them. It's kind of a giveaway.
Wow, your Makers taste so much like apple juice. This is weird.
Weird. You must be an alcoholic.
Apple flavor. Yeah, it just goes down so easy.
Man, this one really has some bite. It is cask strength. So I just want to show everybody that 60.7 is the alcohol content. Yeah, this stuff will punch you.
So that's like
some hair on your face.
That's a 120 proof.
That's 120 proof, Tim.
Yeah, I'm just over here drinking my 90 proof like a lady.
Yeah, anytime you see that cask strength on
gender the do with your booze choice
bottle, expect to add some more hair to your chest.
Oh, real quick, because I know she doesn't watch and won't care. It's my wedding. Yeah, it's my wedding anniversary. I'm very excited. 14 years on the 14th. Bob was there. Mike wasn't invited.
Nope.
Yeah.
We're more of a friends and family.
Yeah.
10 years before I even knew you guys existed.
Exactly. So you weren't invited. So get over it. Please stop bothering me about why you weren't invited to my wedding.
Tim and I danced together a lot to some Flight of the Conchords.
We did.
And there's some photo, if not video, evidence of that.
There probably is. Yeah, Andrew, she's sorry too.
She's sorry too, yeah.
she said, go, Mike.
No. Tim just did the thing that I made fun of earlier, where Tim wished his wife happy anniversary on Facebook, but she has Facebook, so he was able to tag her. I laugh when people wish someone a happy birthday when they don't have Facebook. Tim just did the equivalent, and she doesn't watch the show.
Yeah, well, but I'm excited. I'm happy to have been married to her. It feels like, we say it's 14 years happily married, and Kelly's like, yeah, it only feels like 30 years.
Yeah. Mike, you tried marrying up. I'm sure you'd be happy too.
Oh.
Yeah, that does help. It does help to marry up. Man.
One of these
days.
I
got, yeah. But anyway, so happy anniversary. It is funny though, Mike, because if you see my post, I just put like, I know you love Facebook posts, because her whole thing is, why would you do that on Facebook when you see them and you should just tell them?
So everybody
I agree with
knows.
her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not about
And I
you,
agree,
not
but
us.
I still like put something up anyways, but I just don't do like the 4-paragraph long thing with like all the pictures, you know, blah, 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 because it's lost on her. It annoys her and it doesn't do any good.
It's not like it's the Deichly yearly birthday pick.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a different thing,
That's
right?
a different thing.
That's a different thing. We have a friend that will Photoshop you like crazy on your birthday.
Become a Patreon to find out.
Well done.
No, it is kind of funny. I mean, that's how social media works though, right? If you don't tell people that you did it, it's like it never happened. But it's like, I'm gonna call you or text you. That's how I'll.
Why do I feel like
my spicy fried rice from Bowl of Pho? They're not gonna know I'm eating better than them.
Why do I feel like Dave and I have been married for like 20 years and it's happily married for 5? I'm just saying. I'm just like, uh-oh. Is he introduced you as his current wife? See, look at that. I almost called it. I almost had it. I love it.
Congrats.
I love it. Yeah, I will make sure I just start introducing Kelly as my current wife and see how that goes.
And Tim's 14-year second marriage.
Wow, Tim's really at a lot of conventions this year. I wonder what happened.
He has so much free time all of a sudden.
Oh, he lives in an RV. Okay.
Why is Tim only busy every other weekend?
Can't explain it. Damnedest thing.
All right. Enough lovey-dovey. We need to rant on Gen Con.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So was there any criteria here, guys? I felt like
it had to be at Gen Con. That was my criteria.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there wasn't a whole lot of thought here. I just wrote down.
I wrote down a bunch of stuff and then I numbered them.
Yes, in order. They pretty much came to me in the order you would think.
And so we were meaningless, Eric, and we were sad.
Yeah. So all right.
Go ahead, Mike.
I guess we're ready. I should get that one thing ready. So it's official. Number 5.
You almost had it, Bob.
Almost.
You're like one count off. Who's first?
Start with you. Come back to me.
Okay, let's go. All right. Honestly, this kind of hit me this year at Gen Con, and I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? Every year this is a problem. Am I buffering? You said oh. Oh, okay.
Well, your video is, but we can hear you.
You suck.
Oh, I didn't have an issue.
Okay. Bob is messing with me, and I'm
paranoid. Your video did legitimately freeze, but your audio is true.
Yeah. Okay, audio is true. Anyways, but I really thought about it this year because of how much my legs hurt. How far it is for everything at Gen Con, right?
Yeah.
Because the exhibit hall is its own thing, and that's fine. But then you've got the demo hall, which is close to the exhibit hall, not too bad. But then to get to like any kind of open gaming, you are walking so far to like adjacent hotels, to their ballrooms. I didn't go to any of those last year, and we did a ton of that, or this year, and we did a ton of that last year. This year I was kind of like, screw that noise. I'm going to hang out in the demo hall as much as possible. And, even went over to a couple of times to the double exposure, room a few times. But, it's just, nothing is very convenient to get to. I will say that there's plenty of bathrooms. That's great. And some of them were better than others. There could have been a few more water stations, but nothing was really very easy to get to. Granted, even if you're paying for parking or parking where we didn't pay for parking, it's still a walk to the show, right? Like you're walking and then, you want to go play down on Lucas Oil. Well, now you're walking all the way down there, right? It is just everything it was such a time suck. And I wish there was just a better way. And I'm going to get a Walmart scooter and I'm going to put a little cow catcher on the front of it and I'm going to just bash through people. Yeah, man. I wore really good running shoes, like shoes that I run my 5Ks in and stuff, and it just
I look like comfortable shoes.
yeah.
I wear my best shoes, but I just realized by you saying this that 3 of mine have to do with just the layout. And so is not, I didn't bring any honorable mentions for this topic. So I'm just going to wait to add what you're saying until mine pop up. But you're
Nope.
100% right. The layout needs improvement for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah, there was a bunch of Arkham Horror stuff in a hotel place that I never went and got to go see. Like
it's so hard to find
expansion
stuff.
For Unfathomable.
Yeah, and if that was in the hall,
I'd have bought it.
I would have bought it.
Yep.
But I didn't because I never got out. I was never really able to get out of the exhibit hall area. Yeah.
I don't want to do that. Walking enough. Okay. So my number 5, if you watched our pre-edition, it was the same part of this statement, but now it's more the second half. So spending money that I don't have, right? So the spending money part is the part that I enjoy, and now that it's after, it's the I don't have part, right? So there's just always so many games that I want to try to get, and you get home, and you're like, what did I do? I have bought so many games, and then you try to convince Mike to buy some of them off of you, and yeah.
We might after you pop the shrink and we play them.
If it's good, I'll take it. Yeah, but no. So you're walking around and you hear people saying, vendors, we only have so many, blah blah blah. It's like, maybe I should get on that. So pick it up, and
this is
too much.
What though? This is me most of the time. Except I will say, Bob, when you go on vacation with me, it's a different animal. I'm just like, I'm on vacation. I've been saving up for this. Let's spend some money. I don't think about it nearly as much. But normal everyday life, yeah, I'm cutting pennies. But Gen Con is no exception. It's my number 5 is the cost of Gen Con.
Dude, I've got that written down. Yeah.
Everything costs more. Everything is expensive. The hotels, very expensive. Parking, expensive. All of the games are at MSRP, and I don't like to pay full price for things. Expensive. The food trucks, expensive. The food court is expensive.
And
everything costs more. And
$2 for a can of pop. Two whole, not a big can, a normal can of pop.
$5 for a 20-ounce Coke, right?
Ridiculous.
Don't stop trying to steal my number 4.
Sorry. But yes,
it's just the cost of everything. It's really expensive. We are very fortunate that Tim's sister lives 25 minutes away from the convention center, so we do not have to pay for hotels. Thank you so much for that. Because if I had to deal with the housing arrangement for Gen Con every year, I don't know if I would go every year. I see the horror stories of people trying to get their hotels and then they can't get them, and then the blocks are gone, and then they get their Airbnbs and they get canceled last minute because the hosts realize they can get more money at the last minute. Like, there's just so many of these horror stories of people not being able to find a place to stay, and it's all ridiculously priced because of the event anyway. I'm very glad that is not part of our experience every year.
And then, like the Stocktons, you get an Airbnb and the air conditioner doesn't work.
Dave, that's let me translate. When Bob says pop, he means soda.
Soda.
You gotta get a soda.
You gotta get a soda. $2, eh?
And if you're from the South, he means Coke.
So, yeah, or just Coke.
Yeah.
If you're
just Coke.
Yeah. But I will say though, in on Sundays there's deals to be had at Gen Con, but that's basically kind of it.
I will say, as the resident deal hunter here, the very last day I strolled through Miniature Market, because then I found Cascadito, brand new game, for $20, and they got Vault Wars, which is like an 8-year-old game now, for $5. I'm like, sweet, I got some deals. I'm out of here. I think I even picked up a Miniature Market pin because it was literally the cheapest pin in the area by a long shot, and I have bought more games through Miniature Market than any other retailer. So I got a $2 Miniature Market pin. Everything else, way too high. It's too damn high.
Too damn high.
Yeah,
All
the
right.
costs are for real.
The costs are no joke, especially if your car gets towed. It just shakes his head.
Yep. Especially if that happens.
I actually thought that's what you were gonna say when you were doing leading
five?
up to your number 5, and that's where like my came in. You're like,
Oh,
yeah, this is something that happened this year, but then you're like, it's happened before. I'm like, okay, it's not that.
not that.
All right, good start. Let's keep ranting. Number 4, we're gonna have a ton of crossover, but that's just what it is.
My number 4. I don't know how much I tried to go a little weird with mine, just to be a little different. But there's probably some crossover. Not playing games. So Gen Con is so busy and it's so packed, and it's hard to sometimes get into booths to play the games. You have to like plan out your whole day if you want to buy a bunch of the event tickets to go play games. And I never have time because I spend so much time in the exhibit hall, because even before I did the show, like I wanted to see as many of the booths as possible. So I never really had time to go over, or wanted to, like, I felt like I was missing out on the exhibit hall if I'm scheduling time to go do like a 2-hour demo or something, over in the demo hall. And then like at Origins, for example, when we went to Origins last year, I wouldn't know, check the memes about this year, but last year at Origins, every night, like I was running into Googs and I'm running into all these other people, and we're just playing games all over the place. You know what I mean? It was so easy. Like I spent so much time at Origins playing games, so much time. And Gen Con, it's like, oh, hey, it's the hall just closed at 6. You can't go eat anywhere close by because they're all packed and they're crazy. But the thing is everybody you want to meet up with to go to play games with, they all went to eat. So we're not going to see them till 8. And then by 8, where can we go play games? Is the demo hall cleared out enough? I don't know. We got to get all the way over there, try to find a spot. Oh, or no, we got to go to another hotel. Or we got to go all the way down to Lucas Oil to get a table to play. It's just not conducive, right? And now we had the benefit of, like, if we wanted to, we could just go back to the house where we were staying at and we could just play games. And we did have a few nights where like Jim was available. So like Jim popped out, play some games with us. We did actually have like specific plans to play games with Parakeet Griffin people. And, but we like literally had to make time, like very specifically, we are getting together this time and we're going to play some damn games. But like Origins, I just felt like I got to play games like all the time. And no, Andrew, not this year. You know that, you dirty dog. Yeah, like 7 games over the course of all Gen Con. I mean, I know we played more than that, but it didn't feel like it. It did not. So that's sort of my big gripe. I'm at a gaming convention and I'm at Gen Con and I'm loving every minute of being at Gen Con, but at the same time, I'm dying to go to Tabletop Adventure Fest because I want to show up at 8:30 in the morning and I want to play games till my eyeballs fall out of my head at 10:30 at night. And then I have to drive an hour and a half home. You know what I mean? Like that's what I want to do. I love just sitting down all day, playing games. All right, we're done with this. What are we playing next? Boom, grab something, go. Right? Oh, hey, these people are playing this. They like Bob taught, was it Blood Rage you taught last year? Some people were learning Blood Rage and you went over and taught them
Tapestry, I think.
Tapestry is what it was. Basically the same game.
Same game.
But yeah, I mean, it was really cool though, because we're able to just pop down. Well, there was one time at Geekway. Remember at Geekway, we sat down and there were some people trying to learn how to play Blood Rage. And I was teaching them Blood Rage between our table. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. And it's like, it was really fun to just be able to do that, but we're playing games and it's like just nonstop playing games. And that's what I want to do. And yes, Dave, that is why I'm so excited to go to QSCon.
And that's why I miss about Geekway.
First and foremost, to get to hang out with you and your wife, and then to sit and play games till my eyeballs fall out of my head. But that's what I'm really looking forward to, playing games with all you guys, playing games with West, Donnie, Mike, because I haven't played games with Googs since Origins a year ago,
Yeah, same.
And it's so much fun to sit and play games with all them. And I'm just dying to do it again.
Yeah, you guys should come to Grand Con, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. I gotta make some money that day.
Yeah.
Rubbing it in.
All right. So my number 4 kind of ties in a little bit to my number 5. Is tangentially related, but it's the first hand FOMO. So it's like, it's not just like, oh, well, I'm not at Gen Con, I'm missing out on everything, because that sucks. I get it. Tons of times I wasn't at Gen Con and it sucked. But it's like, I'm there and people are like, oh my gosh, have you seen this game? You got to get it. It's totally awesome. And so I spend a bunch of money on a game. We play it a couple times. We're like, oh, this is not very good. Like, I don't see what all the hype's about, And it's just times like I saw somebody buying a game that looked, and they were hyping it up. I was like, okay, so I pick it up. And
what that one is?
I fear about the landmarks.
Oh, now I see them better. Yeah.
I was like, Comic Hunters, that's a good game.
Yeah, no, it's a good game. I just opened it up today and I was checking out the production value, and it is not great.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
You just sleeve those cards, but is there gonna be room in the box for them after I sleeve them? I don't know. It looks pretty tight in there, even if I get rid of the insert. But still, like I kind of mentioned at the very end of my last spiel, where I was saying, like, you hear somebody, a vendor saying, like, oh, we only have like 30 of these left, blah blah blah, that we're gonna be out. And it's like, well, crap, maybe I get one, so I make sure I get a copy. And then it's just kind of like, I get home and I'm like, why did I spend that money on that? But it's just that first hand FOMO. Like, I don't want to miss out on it, but
then, no, I get it. And that's a whole thing. And if there was more time to sit and play games, because you got to play loot.
Exactly.
And that game is damn good.
And that's why I waited in line for it the next day. I'm glad, I waited in line for the gang, but it wasn't for me. But like, I'd have been upset, like, we played it, did not care for it. It's like, man, I felt like it was one of those things that people were hyped about it. They're talking about it. Oh, this is good. This is good. And it's like, that was like one of the not so great reviews we've ever given, like it's
the game.
It's unfortunate.
No, right? That's a really, really good point there, Bob, because there's like so many times where you're like, you've purchased a whole bunch of games. You're like, I'm good. I'm good. And then somebody comes up to you like, oh, everybody's been buying this one game. And I heard they only have like 5 more copies. It's at that booth way on the other damn side of the convention center. You're like, oh, do I really have to go get another one?
Yeah.
But yeah, that Gen Con hype effect does kind of take over. And you're right. The gang, I was the one super hyped about that. I stood in 3 lines to get it. Sucked. It just wasn't that good. I don't understand why so many people were hyping it. I even saw earlier today, one of the Dice Tower guys gave the gang an 8.
Boo.
Wow.
Regular Texas Hold'em is better than the gang. They actually
that's not an 8.
Yeah, they actually made poker worse. I didn't.
Yeah.
Listen,
if you're gonna tweak the rules of classic games, make them better.
Just everybody watch our review. You'll see. But I did fix it. I did fix the game.
Yes, he did.
So we're gonna play it.
I agree.
I really want to try it that way and see.
Yes.
I real quick, Diana. So I will say that because I've heard of your reputation as a baker, that you are legit. So, what pie would I likely try? Here's the thing: is I don't really like fruits or vegetables.
Sam, I think you're gonna have to be like chocolate cream or peanut butter cream.
Yeah,
like that.
Yes, Mike. Mike is picking up what I'm putting down. Or if you wanted to make like a Irish meat pie with just like chunks of steak and gravy and mashed potatoes, I will eat the crap out of that, guaranteed. But if you want to go like the more like sweet sort of pie, a chocolate or a peanut butter is a very safe bet. And I'm very picky, and it's very hard to get me to try things. But I promise you, if you, and please don't if it puts you out in any way, but if you make a pie, I will definitely try it. I will, even if it's something I wouldn't normally eat, because that's just too kind of a gesture for somebody like you
it's good
to do.
I was I thought Bob was doing it for a second, but I was going to say we need to record it and see if Tim does a post Malort face after.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's
great.
It's
great.
Then the Russies never watched our show again because you insulted her pie.
Yeah.
So every year I've got this one friend, and we go to their house, and they always have like a charcuterie tray, if you will, right? You know, like sides and stuff. And he's like, "Oh, Tim, you got to eat a carrot because it's my birthday," or you know this. And so I always just eat like
a year.
I just eat one, and I make that face, and he's like, "Oh, you did it!" And I'm like, "Yeah, screw you. Like, it's my one for the year. I'll see you next year."
I'm out of here to wash that down.
Yeah. So, the nice thing is, guys, is if Di makes a pie, because I've never had one, you guys get to reap the benefit of that.
Yeah, that's interesting
like
because
pie.
I'm actually known for my eating. So
I
don't know if you heard, but Mike needed 2 fanny packs.
I needed 2 tiny game fanny packs. Oh my god!
Yeah. Oh man. Oh,
getting
man.
deep.
Oh man.
All right,
Mike. Number 4, Mike.
What's your 4?
Yeah. So many of my things are layout related that I'm actually going to take this to an extra level, and I did figure out a visual. But Tim is actually completely right. There's not enough places to play games. There's not enough places. There is one dedicated open gaming space. It is the 3rd floor of the JW Marriott. All right. No, so this is how crazy we're going to get here. All right. Let's talk about layout for a second, because this is going to be a theme for a couple spots here. All right. So yes, I'm doing this. Let me switch sides. So yes, I'm doing this. So first of all, the map doesn't even go as far as we had to park.
As the parking spots. Yeah.
Our parking spots are up here where my tab is. Like we parked up here. All right. So then we walk all the way past the stadium, and you're like, oh, wow, the stadium. That's a pretty big place. Isn't there open gaming in there? Well, no, not technically. There's dedicated events in here. And if you happen to catch them at a time where events aren't going on, yes, you can sit there. Yes, you can play games there, eat there, whatever. But if you happen to go to a table where an event is scheduled, that's their table that they've paid to reserve. They can kick you off of that table. All right. So you go past the stadium, which looks big. But here's the freaking convention center. It's bigger than the stadium. Okay. And of course, keep in mind, in the stadium, the only thing you can actually use is really the field space here. So
100 yards.
The entire convention center. All right. So the demo hall is the other place that you can technically play games. But much like the stadium, if there's scheduled stuff there, they have reserved the right to kick you out. Now, at night, that doesn't necessarily happen, but it can. The dedicated gaming spot is at the 3rd floor of JW Marriott, way over here. So at the end of the night, if you're way over here and you have to walk back to the car, that's a 30-minute walk almost. Like, it's a haul.
And that's carrying everything with you, which is probably 50 pounds worth of board games.
That's why I really don't bring games into Gen Con anymore. I'm like, I'll play what I buy. I'm not adding any weight to this haul. You got to go from there all the way back up here past the stadium to get to parking, although I did find a better spot this year. But
that you paid for.
Yes. But there's just not enough places to open game. For as big as this damn place is and as many people that are there, they need more than just a ballroom in this little hotel. I even heard of people going all the way over there, and there's no space there either. So it can be very hard to sit down and play games, and it is not the ideal thing to do at Gen Con unless, yes, that's 100%.
Aaron's got the right idea.
Yep. We need a Malort pedal pub.
And you know what though, Aaron, you wouldn't know this just to look at him, but he is sneaky good legs, right? Like, so he's working them gams all the time on those pedal pubs.
So yeah, just if you visualize the whole thing here and you realize that one big room inside this hotel is the only spot that's technically there for gaming, it's not enough at all. So
I would rather play games in 40 degrees than 90 degrees. That is for damn sure.
Same. I'll put a coat on.
Yeah.
I'll take my shirt off.
Oh boy. Yeah. That's Bob. Always looking at better get my shirt off.
Winston.
So there you go. Our number 4s. Let's go to number 3.
My number 3 is kind of going to tie into Bob's 4, and that is the FOMO. Because even when you're at the show, there's still FOMO, right? And then you're forcing yourself to try to get over to do certain things, and then you're kind of bummed because you missed X or you didn't get to do Y. And the FOMO is real. And that's, again, like how they get you to buy a bunch of the games. And I'm not mad at any vendor trying to sell games. This is what they're trying to do. They put a lot of energy and effort into this. It's not cheap for them to get to Gen Con. That's great. I'm glad they're there selling games. I ain't mad at them for that. I ain't mad at them for what they charge. Because again, they rarely ever make money off of their booths, right? They rarely ever break even off of their booths. I ain't mad at them about that. But man, the FOMO is really rough though. Because it's so hard sometimes to get to places, to get to the games, to get in line for games. Comic Hunters, I lined up at 9 a.m. to get Comic Hunters. I waited till 10 because they wouldn't sell to exhibitors early. They at least let us line up and they weren't rude to us. So I understand that. But I also ended up buying stuff for other exhibitors that couldn't wait until 10 because they had booths that they needed to work, and things that they needed to do. And that was a real bummer because they potentially could have missed out on doing some stuff or getting some things for their kids or family members or even themselves. And, and I didn't mind doing it. I bought stuff for strangers because I just was like, if that was me, I would really hope somebody would do that for me. People are lining up for, and so it's also just a time suck though, because if I wasn't there at 9, I would have been doing like 4 other things like in that period of time. And not just shopping. Like I barely did any shopping early, except for the one day where we had my sister's Julia shopping list. And Bob and I were
2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What up, Chris? Oh, hey. Yeah. I got to see him a bunch of times. I was very excited. Hope you're recovering from your surgery. But yeah, man, the FOMO, it's really tough. It's hard. I basically got in line for 2 things. I was able to get both of them relatively easily. And then I just kind of said F it to the other stuff and just decided that I'm just going to have to be okay with not being able to do every single thing or get every single thing I wanted. Like, again, like Bob was saying, I would have loved to have been able to get over to that Arkham Horror Room to see it and experience it and to get that Unfathomable expansion. Yep. But I didn't. I'm fine. It'll be fine. I'll end up with that expansion eventually.
Yeah.
And it'll all be good. But the FOMO, man, it's tough and it kind of sucks.
Yep. My number 3 is a lot easier. It's the smells.
It has improved over the years.
Okay.
I knew this was gonna come up.
I have a very sensitive nose, and like walking through that hall at like noon, somebody's
rough, dude.
It's
rough.
So many people crammed in there, like. Yeah, it's tough. And then you even have the overcompensators who are like spraying on tons of like, I don't want to bathe. I'm just going to spray on a bunch of like aftershave or cologne.
Yeah.
And then no one's going to notice. And it's just like, oh my gosh, I got punched in the face.
Yeah, it's a wall of odor. Yeah.
Yeah, all the smells and odors. There's not like, I guess right when you walk outside and you get that, oily smell from the food trucks and the diesel running. That's about as good as it gets. Wait, is that a donut in there I smell? Okay, maybe a little bit of pizza.
And then all of the construction, right? And then like the hot asphalt.
All the blacktop cooking.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some smells, dude.
Definitely.
Do you remember last year that parking garage?
Yeah.
That was
trying to walk up that parking garage by the
I could not breathe in that thing.
The fan, the exhausts literally into the parking garage. So you're walking through this fan blasting you with who knows what off the grill.
Oh my God.
It was awful.
It's the worst.
You
I
walk
couldn't
by
breathe.
somebody bent over actually taking a dump in the parking garage.
Yeah, but you could smell it over the steak and shake.
Yeah. I know that was very ableist of me, Jasmine. At least I have a sense of smell. But sometimes to curse.
Color.
Yeah. Colors ears. I can smell terrible things.
See, so I'm definitely the one with like the strongest sense of smell in my house, because I'll walk in and I will know if the puppy had an accident, and my wife will be like, "How do you know? Like, you weren't even in the." I'm like, "Look, I caught a whiff, tracked it down, like," and she's like, "How?" Like, I'm just telling you, it's just a thing, man. It's just
sometimes
a thing.
at work I get a smell like weird gas, and I'll get people outside like, "Don't you smell that?" And they're like, "No." And it's like,
at your new work or your old work?
At my new work.
Ah! Oh, wait till you smell acetylene. Woof.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh.
Or sulfur dioxide. You probably won't have that around, but at my
I think I've smelled sulfur dioxide because when I was at the Azores, there was a lot of calderas, and so the underground volcanoes and stuff, they release that sulfur smell. It's just it's bad.
It's the worst.
Is that what it smells like when a wizard casts fireball?
I think so.
Terrible.
That's why you need all that extra room.
If they have 20 foot by 20 foot. If the ball is really like this big, it's just the gas cloud.
And you're like, nobody wants to be stuck in that thing. You won't be able to breathe.
Yeah. Oh, I'll take a bunch of D6 damage.
And then Jazz is like, well, not me, because I don't have a sense of smell.
I'm immune, I guess.
How about that?
All right, Mike.
All right. I'm gonna have the only one. I'll be the only one that'll have this on their list.
I don't know.
No, I will. Look, I used to work retail too. I used to be on my feet all day, but I've been working at a desk for like 8 years now. And when I go to something like this, every once in a while, I just need a place to sit down and rest my feet. Besides demo hall and first exposure hall and the stadium, where you're not always guaranteed sitting, there's not enough places to just sit down. If you're walking through the hall, you see people sitting on the floor every 5 feet.
Yep.
And when I'm saying hall, I mean like the area next to the exhibitor hall,
Right.
which is the main connection between everything. Everybody is sitting on the floor because there's just not enough places to sit down. All the food court chairs are taken. Every single food court chair is taken almost the entire time. And as soon as you stand up, you'll have 2 people like hovering over you, immediately ready to take your seat. Just like seriously, it looks like you're going through like a homeless population. I'm waiting for a tent city as I'm walking through.
You're not wrong, Mike. And I will tell you this. I found a Ben's Pretzels upstairs at Gen Con on Sunday, and it was about an hour before our all play meeting. And I bought a Ben's Pretzel and a water. I sat on the floor, took off my shoes, and ate that pretzel, and it was like the best I felt like all weekend, because I'm like, oh thank God. I would have laid on that floor and taken a nap if I could.
Now, that is actually why
there were people sleeping on the floor.
Yeah. I mean, and I even heard people saying that some of the people that work the convention center were going around and waking people up and telling them they can't sleep because it's a fire hazard, which technically it is. But really, there's nowhere to sit. Anyway, but that's why several times I would walk my happy ass all the way up to that stadium because it was the coolest place in the area.
Oh, it was so cool in there, man.
And you are guaranteed seats there because the actual stadium, one section of the stadium is open to sit, and it's there is always room there, and it feels nice. It's not super loud. It's a really nice place to rest and decompress, but it's way away from everything.
It's so far away, but yes, it was very comfortable there. I've never been so glad for the house that Manning built, and I'm glad that Irsay stopped doing coke long enough to get that stadium made, because it was very comfortable, and it's really nice in there. Come on, tell me I'm wrong, Mike. Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm laughing. You can call me a lot of things. You can't call me you can't say I'm not objective. So.
No, I know. That's why I threw jabs that I knew were legitimate.
Very true. The man only recently has been seen in the news again. So, well, not news, but on TV.
He's been good for a while.
He had a medical scare a couple months ago that was really kept under wraps.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't wish bad on the guy. I don't think he's a bad dude or anything. I just like to make jokes.
He's got his issues, but
what billionaire doesn't?
Yeah, I mean, he was also raised by maybe the biggest asshole on the planet, so whatever.
Who's that?
His dad. I forget his name. Oh, he's another
Bob Irsay.
Bob Irsay. There we go. No, I think it is Bob Irsay. No, he was the original owner of the Ravens before they picked up or the Baltimore Colts.
The Baltimore Colts.
Yeah. Just the working
the real
conditions
Colts
there. I'll send you a link sometime. If you hear how the person was that raised Jim Irsay, you'd forgive him a slight bit.
Hey, look, I'm only really mad at him for
he's got demons, man.
For a Super Bowl.
Super Bowl 41.
The good thing for him is that he's rich enough to deal with those demons.
It's my third favorite number.
I'm speaking 41. For Bob. These are all things that Bob would normally be saying.
All right. Tangent over. Let's go to number 2.
Number two for me is the undefeated champion of all things. Time is undefeated. There is never enough time at Gen Con. My days, we would get there between 8 and 8:30. We were there between 8 and 8:30, Thursday through Sunday. Bob and I were, at least with West. And I felt like on the blink of an eye, it was like 5 or 6 o'clock. And it's like, where did my whole dang day go? And I was so excited, right? I mean, I'm running from place to place. I'm seeing all kinds of things. I'm getting to talk to people. I'm doing some interviews. I've got some meetings, and it's great. And it's amazing. And I'm enjoying the throng of people, and everything. And then where did all the time go? Oh, crap. It's 8 o'clock. It's midnight. You know how it is. You guys are playing games with West, and it's like 1 a.m. and you're like, maybe we should be done. Maybe we need to go. Yeah, Eric, Trevor.
Good point, Trevor.
Thank you. Yeah,
get up on that thing.
And dance till you feel better.
But yeah, thank you. But Eric, that charcuterie soiree went by so fast, and I think I got booted off last week before I got to talk about it. But when he won, because Eric won the award because he had like the highest score or whatever, he went up and got a thing, and we all, like, our whole table started booing them, and I don't think anybody else was like, like, I was like, why are they booing? Like, we were way too comfortable.
We were in our element.
We were in our element, and I warned Mike that we would be the rowdy table. And I think we made Shannon mad because she was like not happy that we were still playing a game when it was time to go. But we didn't realize how fast
it was getting over.
Yeah, we had no idea that there was that hard out. But man, time is it goes so fast. It's really tough. Time is the enemy. Yes, Andrew. Time. There's just not enough time. And then before you know it, it's like time to go home. And it's like, man, like, I didn't get to do this. I didn't get to do that. I didn't see so-and-so. I barely had a minute to see blah, blah, and it was really, there's
a delay tonight. It's really weird. We're getting caught off guard by it, but you should come. It's still worth coming to. It's something to experience for sure. But like, do you need to do it every year?
I kind of, Now I kind of equate it to like Mardi Gras. Like I did Mardi Gras one time. It was enough.
You're good. Yeah.
And I never need to go back. But Gen Con I like a lot more. And it's
I would say just come for a Saturday, experience the con a bit, and then come play and hang out and play games with us after the con's over.
Boom.
Hell yeah.
In one of those tables that will commandeer and then, get yelled at about. Not really.
Yeah.
No. I think he meant play at where we're staying.
I know.
Where the accommodations are amazing.
Right.
You basically have the Gen Con library there. There's a pool, a hot tub, a massage chair.
Pretty close.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty swanky. And yeah, there's never enough time at a con, but Gen Con doubly so. Because it's just really, it's so busy. There's so much going on. Yeah, I would say, listen, so I went to Mardi Gras when I was 21. That was the perfect age to go. I will never go again. Yeah.
Bob, what's your number 2? And please don't make it as cliche as Tim's number 2.
Oh,
it's not. It's actually, I feel like you guys might be surprised by my number 2.
Time is just a construct, Tim.
So my number 2 is the exclusives, right? So it's like they had a Darth Vader exclusive, they had a bunch of Lorcana exclusives, and heaven forbid you're one of those people who can't make it at all. But then you're somebody who's trying to line up at 6 a.m. like Eric was saying earlier, trying to get these Lorcana exclusives so you don't have to pay $175 for that Darth Vader promo.
Yeah.
I just looked it up. It's ridiculous. It's like it's kind of like the Kickstarter exclusive stuff. It's like, yeah, it was kind of fun when I could afford to, buy it. I never really, thought about it too much. But now it's like, man, if you really want to have those, Zombicide or whatever, exclusive stuff, you got to back it on a Kickstarter. You're not going to get it. So the same thing with these Gen Con exclusives. Like if you're not there, you're paying out the wazoo for something that somebody paid almost nothing for. I was hearing some guys saying people were going through that Roethlisberger line multiple times, like on Saturday or Sunday or whatever day it was. They were just getting in line over and over. They just spent the whole con doing that, and they just turn around and sell those cards on eBay for way more than they paid for them. And that's just, capitalism.
That sounds awful.
But it's awful. I don't care for that. To me, that kind of just takes away from what it should be.
Yeah.
So.
If you're willing to endure that kind of wait just to make a few $100, I guess
maybe that pays for your trip there. Maybe you spend one day doing that, and then that extra money pays for your hotel, pays for your tickets, so you can enjoy the other days. Okay, I guess, but I don't know. I just wish that those cards would just become available eventually, right? Where it's like, okay, maybe you get it at Gen Con, and then it might be a few months before you're able to get one. Okay, I have a lot less of a problem with that. But when it's never going to be available again or whatever, then that's just not cool, man.
Agreed.
So,
yeah. I'm not one that'll chase exclusives and all that crap. So I just don't get it. It's just not worth the time. And I don't have a lot of patience for a lot of things. Standing in line is one of them. You got to pay me way. Yeah, you got to. Oh, I won't. But you got to pay me more than just $100 or $2 to stand in a line for hours. That's not worth it to me. No thanks.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. I agree with you there, man.
Yep. Only available for 2 months, but you can get it. That's the way. Not to get out on a magic tangent, but the secret layer used to be that way, where it's like you had a week to order your secret layer, whatever the cost was for it, but they would print to demand. And then they released this Monty Python set, and I'm like, yes, I want to have these Monty Python cards. They're just the same old cards, just different flavor on it. But I wanted Tim the Enchanter, right?
Yeah, me.
They were gone. Before you could even really get logged in, gone. And they're not putting them to demand. They're only doing a certain amount. So now the cost of these cards are going to be astronomical once they finally get delivered. Yeah. And it's just, it sucks, because it's not like the card's anything super special. It's just got some funny art on it.
Prodigal Sorcerer with, Yeah.
So that's my official stance.
I support you. I support you.
All right, my number 2 has to do with layout again. So we're gonna get the old map
Back to
up.
the map.
Oh, back to the map.
So food and beverage arrangement. Okay. Often we would find ourselves playing games in the open demo hall here. The closest food is right here. Do not eat their food court. All right. Do not. All right. The first time I had food at the food court, I got nachos. The chips were stale. And like,
they're going through chips so fast. How do they have stale chips?
Seriously.
I'm telling you, they had stale chips. All right.
I believe you.
And then to make it worse, I'm like, I will give them an opportunity to redeem themselves. I got a brat on a stale bun. I'm like, I'm done with the food courts. I will never do the food courts at Gen Con again. Now, I've had food at the Origins food court, and that's good food. Like they have Jet's Pizza. They have like actual restaurants in the food court.
That's what's up.
That's really nice.
That's good food. And North Market's not far away.
Right.
But the food courts here are terrible. And plus, if you are here, there is like one of these bathrooms down here at least has a water station.
I say doubles as a food court.
What's in there can't be worse than the chips I got served. But there's not enough.
At least it's not stale.
It's definitely fresh.
It is fresh. There's not enough water stations either. And my water bottle is too big to put it underneath a sink and fill up that way. I have to go to one of those dedicated water things. And like, they're so far away from the places where like you would actually play games. So then one day it was Spencer's birthday and he's like, hey, it's my birthday and I haven't had a beer yet. And I'm getting hungry. I'm like, Spencer, I'm getting you your birthday beer. So we walked from here all the way up to the food trucks over here just to get food trucks and beer. All right. And this doesn't do it justice, but this is a haul back here. Like, it takes a really long time.
It's a long walk.
Way over here to way over here.
Because you've got to go all the way down that hallway, that one long stretch.
Yeah.
There's no fast way to get there.
You have to go through here, then over here to get outside. There's no like real good shortcut along here because they block this off. This is the vendor hall. And at 6 o'clock, this wall goes up. You can't walk through this area. You have to go around all of this crap to get to food and beer. And it's just, it's frustrating how far away good food is from everything. And if you're at open gaming in the Marriott, you got even farther to go.
No, you better just call DoorDash. I will say real quick, because Trevor was saying, it's hard to have, quality food for that many people. And I get that, but I ate at White Castle, I ate at Steak and Shake, and I had great food. I mean, as well for them. But I mean, they were
the football games at the stadium over there and had decent food.
Yeah, it's just that and again, it's also the cost of the food because you are paying similar costs for their food court stuff than you are if you go out to the food trucks. The food trucks are only a little bit more, like maybe $1 or $2 more, but you can get like better pizza if you go out to the food truck than if you bought pizza at that food court for like the same price.
The food trucks are quite a bit more, but all the food truck food I had was really good. And to me, it's worth paying more to have that freshly cooked food by people that do this on a daily basis.
Okay, so I walked over to White Castle and spent $8 for a meal, right? I got a bunch of sliders, some fries, and I could have spent $8 for a bad tray of nachos or a bad piece of pizza. Yeah, brat, $8. Right. But instead I got, a pop, a soda, a Coke, fries and a bunch of sliders, Steak and Shake. I spent $10 and I got a shake, like I got everything I needed, it was great. And it was, really good.
That White Castle downtown's not bad. And the food trucks, again, all the food I've had at the food trucks are very good. I've heard mixed reviews on the island noodles. but everywhere I've eaten so far has been pretty good. It's worth the walk to go out there. You pay extra because you're where you are, but the food out there is very good.
Now we walked farther than I normally would go to that O'Reilly's pub where we did have the shot of Malort, but those fish and chips were really good. And I don't do seafood, but I do eat fish and chips, especially when it's really good. I will really get down on some fish and chips, and really good.
I think something to note here too, for those of you that are going to like sit down restaurants, none of us actually took the time to walk to a sit down restaurant. We've done it in the past, but this year, like, it just didn't happen. And
well, the Yard House that we ate at last year was really good. That place was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Yard House,
there's some good restaurants around there. It's just taking the time to wait. You're going to have a wait at each place, and it's going to take longer. It's going to take 2 to 3 hours out of your night where we're typically playing games and socializing instead.
Wednesday afternoon, there was no wait, which was nice, and we got to do lunch at O'Reilly's.
Yeah, that pub was great.
That fish and chips was really good.
Telling you, dude.
Our South Bend best, so
it was as good as Fiddler's, at least.
I didn't even know you could get fish and chips at an auto parts place.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
It's crazy.
I know I used that joke last week. Don't
Eric. So yeah, no fruits, no veggies, no seafood. So meat,
chicken tenders, French fries.
Yes, correct,
steak.
Trevor. Thank you.
Yeah, people. Damn it! God damn it!
Meat.
What do you think of the chicken tenders?
Long pork. It's long pork. Yeah.
Long pork.
Yeah, long pork is people. Come on, you didn't know that?
Oh, no.
That's code for cannibals. But no. It's like steak, potatoes, chicken, pork chops, bacon, eggs. We covered it. A good spaghetti.
All right. We've gotten 4 of our rants out. We got our number 1 rant. The worst part about Gen Con coming right up.
So
you're right about that, Jim.
They are the safest thing. Usually you need a lot of salt and ketchup, but yeah, just in case. It's better to be safe.
That's true.
All right. So my number 1, and somehow I dodged it this year, and I don't know how. Con crud. So whether it's COVID, because there's a ton of people we know that got freaking COVID. Was that what you wrote as your number 1? Con crud, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real thing. I usually come back from big shows like that with at least a cold or something. And a lot of it is like, because usually I have a pretty good immune system, but like the lack of sleep and not eating regularly, over the course of 4 or 5 days can jack your immune system. And I was able to dodge the con crud this year. I don't know if it's because I licked all the doorknobs, on the way.
That helps.
Just to be sure.
Those little bits of,
I ate a whole bunch of floor chicken, like you find somebody dropped this chicken nugget. I'll eat that.
1002.
Tim's got a 5-minute rule. So
yeah, 5-minute rule. It's the only way to be sure. You don't want to waste that food. But I dodged it. I'm really glad that I dodged it, but it's a real thing, man. I've had so many friends that are, they got knocked down with COVID or just some kind of flu or funk. All I had was the post-show malaise, sort of those blues of going back to work. And I'm not like this time last week. This time last week, I was talking to blah, blah, blah and having a good old time.
Yep.
So anyways, con crud is numero uno on my list with a vaccination. Instead of number 1 with a bullet, it's number 1 with a vaccination.
Fake news. But yeah, I had the same thing. Con crud. A lot of people we know came down with the COVID afterwards. I had a little bit of a sniffle, but nothing bad at all. And so thankfully I also dodged it for the most part, especially after all the hugs and everything that we
all
gave
that
out.
hugging and kissing and licking you were doing.
And that was one of the things I was so glad, like the handshakes are back. You know what I mean? Like that, because people are like, hey, how's it going? You know, and you shake someone's hand, and it's like, I love that interaction between people. And yeah, like I was worried that was not going to make its way back, but it's back now. Cool. But oh shoot. So it was like COVID and diseases. So wash your hands, you know, don't touch your face afterwards, but still show affection to your fellow humans. It's a good thing. Yeah.
Consensually.
Yep. Thank you.
Unless it's Sam, then you can go and just give him that gentle push.
Gentle push. Just the small of the back. That's right.
Yeah. Don't cup the buttock. That's not cool.
Yeah, not this. This.
This time last week I was talking to blah blah blah. Yeah. Oh no, I've got COVID brain.
I rarely get sick. I did get a little bit of that crud last year, but I avoided it this year.
Yeah.
I got a pretty good immune system. All right, my number one, it's just too many people. There are times where you're trying to walk in between the vendor halls and you can't. You have to stand still because there is nowhere to go. You are surrounded by people standing still because one guy, you know, has his 6 foot wide backpack hanging into the middle of the only place to walk. There's just so many people. It is sometimes an overwhelming amount of people. I am less extroverted than you may think. And after so much time of not being able to walk where I want to walk, sit where I want to sit, talk to people I want to talk to, go where I want to go, I go find my respite over in the stadium where it's cool and it's quiet. So it's sometimes just too much. There's just so many damn people.
I will say, oh, go on,
I go
Mike.
to
Go
a lot
for
of I go to a lot of sporting events. I go to a lot of concerts, surrounded by people at all those. Doesn't bother me. But like when everybody's trying to go 70 million different directions, and there's 71,000 people all going in different directions, and we're all not going the same direction, it can be very frustrating. I'm a tall guy with long legs. I walk fast. And when people are like barely moving or standing in the only place you can physically walk, I start getting frustrated by it. I do.
So I'm a fast walker, right? Like I walk with purpose. I'm trying to get to where I'm going, right? I'm a fast walker, and I will say with the crowds, I hate not being able to walk even at a reasonable speed. Like it is a shuffle, right? To get anywhere. And also, I'm probably more extroverted than most. And there were times, Mike, where it was nice. When we got to my sister's on Saturday, it was nice to just sit in a quiet room for like 15 minutes and not talk to anybody. And I was really excited to be there. Like, and you know, I was really looking forward to playing some games, but I was like, man, I just need like a 15-minute recharge on my battery. Like, let me just plug in right here real quick. I don't have to talk to anybody. Like, I just need to shut out the outside world for just like a tiny bit. And then, but yeah, it's a lot of people. There's a lot going on.
I kind of don't mind the crowds. Like I love to bob and weave between people. Like when I go to like a Universal Studios or something like that, we're bobbing and weaving and dodging between people. Like it's not, or a concert, you know, like.
But there was times where you couldn't even do that though at Gen Con this year.
Couldn't even do that.
Thursday, you're not bobbing and weaving.
Open the doors. You're at a standstill in many, many places.
I was gonna say, like, I like the lines. Like, I don't really mind. Like, I know how to wait in line for the comic hunters. I made a great connection, like waiting in line. You know, like, ARCs. I was waiting in line for ARCs. Stood there and talked to people for 45 minutes waiting in line.
I even popped in and hung out with you in the ARCs line for a minute.
You did,
just because you and my sister were there. It's like, hey guys, what's up?
But yeah, it was.
Meanwhile,
I don't mind it.
No, I mean, the lines can be cool, right? I made some friends in the line waiting for comic hunters, and that's where I helped out the guy who ended up working for Renegade, which was a nice connection for us.
Yeah.
But and like you, Bob, I do enjoy that sort of bob and weave and like, aspect of it. But because I'm a social guy, like the line thing is fun, it can be fun if the people in line are cool. Because like when I was waiting for Comic Hunters, the lady behind me, she worked for 25th Century Games. So like at least as a volunteer in their booth, I don't know in what capacity, but we're talking and like kind of BSing, and she was super funny. The dude in front of us was like less chatty, but he wasn't rude. And then there was the guy that ended up being a guy for Renegade that was like a few people behind. We're like chatting him up because then it just kind of got into going like, well, what are you getting? What are you here for? What else are you excited for? What do you want to see? What do you want to do? And I'm just also that guy, right? Like that's kind of like what I like to do. If I'm not doing that, I'm going to put on my AirPods. I'm going to just like listen to a podcast. And I'm going to, doom scroll on my phone for a little bit. But honestly, if I'm not like talking to my wife on the phone, like while I'm at a show, like I want to engage with people. I just want to kind of visit.
I get to a limit of that. I'm like,
weave.
I see somebody in a line. I'm like, big gulps, huh? All right. See you later. I just don't like to stand and wait. I don't like to walk slow. Just get out of my way and let me move at a reasonable pace, please.
How about a medium pace? Would you settle for a medium pace?
Put your arms around me, baby. But I would very much. You see that shampoo bottle now? I'm not going to go there. But yeah, I mean, I reach a social limit at a certain point, and I got to have some alone time. It gets to be too much sometimes.
What's your number one, Mike? Hit us with it.
That was it. That was the crowd. That was
too many damn people.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I do not like Mike. I like half. I'm half with you. I do not like to walk slow when I'm trying to get somewhere. I like to just and
the aisles could be a little bigger.
Yeah, I mean it's tough.
It's tough.
I mean, it's tough.
Stretch. I mean, what do you do though? I mean, you're running out of space there. You stretch the vendor hall into the open play area, and then have to move that somewhere else.
Yeah, now you don't have any space. And the other thing is, this also leads into like some of the stuff like Bob's talking about, like the smells.
Yep.
I mean, there's all that stuff. Yeah, I do not like Mike.
Yeah. I also hate when you see one of your friends suffering and then they're just standing at a booth and they're able to get free chiropractic wizardry done on themselves.
Oh my gosh.
I hate that.
How's that arm doing there, Bob?
It's still like I'll do certain things and I'll feel it like a twinge of pain, but like for the most part,
I mean, you couldn't even that was like ruining your Fridays, not being able to do that.
I know. And I was so worried that because like I was saying, like I was so happy that like the handshake was back and I wanted to say goodbye to people, their hands and hug. I know, and I'm like, take my strong hand,
And for a second, I thought you were trying to impersonate Trump dancing.
I was kind of, and that's like Bob's favorite dance to do.
Yeah. So did you guys have any honorable mentions that didn't get mentioned?
I don't think any of them that didn't get mentioned.
Yeah, everything else that I had written down, you guys talked about.
Because I had costs written down. It's very expensive.
Cans of soda written down.
It's very expensive to go, and I have never paid to stay at Gen Con ever, either because of my sister or because of working for vendors or something, right?
Right.
Or just going down for a day and driving home.
Sure.
So. But I am very aware of how expensive that can be and just how expensive it is to, buy stuff you want to buy. I mean, even to buy events, like tickets to events, you spend $2, right? Like I would gladly spend $2 for this soiree or $4 to buy an extra ticket. So it's for me and a +1, right? But like, again, nothing. Oh shit. I love it. But I mean, all that stuff adds up though, and Yeah, we all hate your game, Empire said.
And then Eric's honorable mention. Wait, is that his favorite?
Oh, yay! That's Eric's worst thing at the con.
Worst thing.
I'm so glad we're part of his.
Food by a whole table of loud
That's
people.
what you get for cheating.
Eric, let me just say that us booing you is our love language. If we didn't really like you, we wouldn't have done it. We wouldn't have booed a stranger. That's for sure.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Self-deprecation.
So I will tell you, like, and seriously, and Bob knows this for sure, but like, I will call my wife and she answers almost every time she answers the phone. Hey, dummy. I mean, like, literally picking on each other is our love language. It is. So if we're booing you, it means we love you. And that's from the heart, man. Oh, shoot. Empire's Head.
So, usually for the most part, the people there, even though it's crowded and it's smelly, are pretty good spirits, right? Everybody's usually polite and welcoming and whatnot. Did you guys experience any violence or hate or
So Bob, you're the only one that I think saw anything, because even this year, like, now I didn't present myself or open myself up to a lot of opportunities to feel like I was being dissed or people being rude to me for being an exhibitor, which happened last year.
Right.
So that didn't happen, but I don't know that I like put myself in enough scenarios
like that.
Yeah, where that could happen, but please share your story there, Bob.
Well, yeah, I'm walking through this crowded aisleway, and of course people are bumping, and trying to get through and whatnot. And some guy just turns around and shoved this other dude like almost down. He's like, "Quit bumping into me!" And it's like, dude, it's crowded. People are getting bumped around. If you don't like being bumped around, don't go where it's crowded. I mean, it's like, yeah, it was crazy. Like, I thought it was gonna be a full-on fight. Like, they started shouting at each other, and like that was the first I've ever seen anything like that at the show. And people were telling them, calm down. It's not a big deal. But yeah, it was first time I've ever seen anything like that at a convention, because usually everybody's very polite, welcoming, like, because I'm walking around about, oh, sorry, oh, you're good, and like everybody's just kind of excited to be there. But yeah, this dude was just having a bad day or something, because he was angry.
And I have definitely apologized to people for bumping into them.
Yeah, I mean,
20 times a day, like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Or like you almost walk in front of somebody, or you kind of cut them off a little bit. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And you keep going.
Right.
Like, look, man, we're all there in the same boat. There's no reason, everybody's hot. Everybody's tired. Everybody's trying to get somewhere. Like, let's just be cool.
Yep. I kind of wonder, like, is this guy really a gamer? Because he was, kind of such a shithead about it. I was like, he's like,
probably a Magic the Gathering player.
He's just one of those guys getting in the Raffensperger line over and over again, and then they finally ran out of exclusive cards. So he's like, well, I guess I'll just walk around and be a dick.
Well, Eric is also famously an asshole, so that's probably why he got yelled at. I will say, here's the really fun thing about Eric and his wife is they are so unbelievably nice that you're like, okay, so when's the knife coming? Like, where's the dagger? Like, they're too kind. Like, this is a facade. They're trying to murder me. What's happening?
Yep.
Kind of the same for Evan too. But then we saw
he tried that on Sunday.
Yeah, and then when we saw that, I was like, now I get it. Like, yes. Oh, it was so good. Oh, only the ones that play blue. Womp womp.
It's fair.
But yeah, man. I mean, overall, like, Gen Con's Gen Con. I'm really grateful for those opportunities. I really cannot wait. I can't wait to get to make it to a Key B Con. I mean that like wholeheartedly, because that sounds like the best freaking time. I can't wait to get to QsCon. Even Grand Con. If we didn't have stuff going on, I would haul my kids up.
Yep.
Hey, I'll play Galapagos with anybody, because I play with these games with.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I play these games with my friends.
Yep. That's funny.
And then, remember when Mike took like that steaming Duke in that one booth and then didn't tell the Arknight people that it was there. Somebody bought a box of Mimic dice that is not filled with. Oh, hi, Mike. What's up, dude?
Oh, hey. I was actually reading the comments, just ignoring you guys.
That checks out.
That's fair. Totally fair. Oh, no. Killed on turn one. Yeah, you don't have time to betray anyone.
That game's so fun.
I've got it. Game. I think I got it. Or did I trade it?
Yeah, Bob has it too.
I have it. Didn't we play that with the Stocktons, or at least
No, we played it at their meetup, but we didn't play with them.
Someone that
I thought like Ed was in on that.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Oh, I don't have the stats from last year. I didn't keep track. This is why you keep track.
This is why you keep track.
Oh, you mean like this?
Da-da-da. Did I? I got it somewhere.
The problem is I probably put new players in as anonymous, so.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, I don't like to sit there. Like, am I ever going to see you or play games with you again? I'm not going to sit there and ask your first and last name and slow the whole putting the game away thing. You're an anonymous. Sorry.
Oh,
don't like to wait.
Galapagos is by Gigameek.
Gigamike.
Damn it.
Gigamike.
No.
Whatever. Between Gigamike and Elio, those are like my two favorite publishers. I just love how much Tim hates that. Like, I probably would have given up on that name if Tim didn't dislike it so much.
That's the thing again, right? Like, it's better to just have friends like you. Who needs enemies?
That's right. Oh my God. Friends like
this. I didn't know these existed.
What are you looking at?
I just got caught doom scrolling. Let me find something and we'll come back to it here.
All right, so we finished our top 5.
We did in record time.
We did. Well, here's the thing is when we get bitching about something, we do not get derailed. Like, we want to vent. We got time for like a game or two, right? We can goof around a little bit.
There's also time for this.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Yeah, there's time for Forges of Ravenshire, guys.
Sweet. Let me get my copy.
I know, right?
Get that wood box out.
Tempt me with a good time.
Yeah, right.
Threaten me. Either one of those.
Hey, I'm so disappointed I didn't know this was happening.
That's hilarious.
Who was that? Was it Sam?
No, I think that's Aaron.
Is it Aaron?
I had a feeling it was Aaron that was dancing in the Parakeet Griffin at the Gen Con dance party. Also, I'm really mad that I didn't know about the Gen Con dance party because when I used to go to Comic-Con every year with my friends and I stopped going to Comic-Con because I started going to Gen Con. I called it. We used to go to the Comic-Con dance party every year and be out way too late and, having a few beverages, and the Comic-Con dance party always got crazy. There was always some really weird story to tell. Like, we never came out unscathed. Something crazy always happened at the Comic-Con dance party at the Rosemont Hotel in Rosemont, Illinois. But yeah, I was really enjoying their videos of our day. I just had a feeling because I was also like, who's the craziest one in the group that would go out and do something like that? And it could only be Aaron. It could only be him. I was pretty crazy, but
the dancing videos were pretty funny. But when he's like astutely sitting there, like reading, a Gen Con pamphlet there, that's good stuff.
It's really good
stuff.
So, kind of a funny Gen Con story for me. I've lived in Indiana since 1980, and I had never been to Gen Con until Tim's friend at DB Games asked us to come demo stuff for them 2 years ago.
Yep.
That was the first Gen Con I'd ever been to.
I didn't know that was your first one.
Yeah. And I had kind of had this like running gag in my head where I wanted to make it to Essen before I made it to Gen Con. I thought it would be so funny to say I had been all the way overseas to a gaming convention before I made it to the one in my backyard. But when you're presented with an opportunity to go for free, hotel paid and everything, I guess you got to jump on it and take it. And unfortunately, I didn't get to make that happen. But still, I'm glad I've started going. It's a crazy thing to experience, and can't wait for next year. So
yeah,
you had talked about going to Essen, and I would definitely like to try and go.
Yeah.
But as far as like the amount of people, that one sells like 120,000 badges.
But I'm sure it's a bigger site.
I'm sure it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't. It's different. It's a whole different vibe. It's a whole different thing at Essen. And I haven't been. But
you buy my ticket and my hotel, and I'm there, brother. I'll ride with you. I'll carry your bags.
This year, not doable.
You might have to work on his arm.
Yeah, well, this arm I'll carry. This arm I'll pull a cart maybe. But yeah.
Vacation time already allotted for me. I mean,
I'll call off
QSCon is it. So next few years for sure. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Are we talking about a beer?
No, he's talking. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Okay, so guys, in lieu of nothing in particular, but maybe because I'm going on a trip soon to a state I've never been to, which I can't talk about yet, but I'll talk officially, but I'll talk about one day, and I'll stop being so weird. Let's do some trivia.
Ooh, okay.
Hi, Winston.
Say hi, Mr.
Hi, Winston.
He's like, dude, it's hot. Put the air back on.
Okay. So what I want you guys to do is I'm going to read you a question from the trivia game called Shit for Brains. And I want you to I want you to raise your hand to buzz in.
Sure.
Trevor, yes, I have never been to New York, but that's not the trip I'm talking about. And no, I will never stop being weird. Jazz, if I ever stop being weird, I'm probably going to die soon. Yeah, or an imposter. I'm either a Cylon or I'm already dead. Okay.
On Sunday, the last day of QSCon, when we're coming back, is that our escape from New York?
Hey, yo. Could be.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably just be really sad, to be honest.
Oh,
okay. I expect Mike to get this before Bob, but now I've challenged Bob, so I expect him to be paying attention. Here we go. What Hall of Fame NFL linebacker and former Bam Bam Bigelow opponent once arrived to a team meeting in handcuffs after spending the night with two call girls who had lost the keys? Mike.
Is it Lawrence Taylor?
It is Lawrence Taylor.
Like just era alone, and the guy used to do coke and play football.
So I was gonna say, was it Boswick, the dude from Seattle with the mohawk? That's what I was
he was crazy too.
Yeah, but Lawrence Taylor made it to the Hall of Fame.
Sure.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. All right, here we go. I got another one, and it is still sports.
Uh-oh.
This is so good. What professional athlete and actor did executives at Orion Pictures want to star as the Terminator, but James Cameron didn't think he would be believable as the killer? And this is an ironic question.
Just professional athlete?
Professional athlete and actor. So he'd starred in other movies.
I saw the chat, and that'd be my guess.
That's the answer. Orenthal.
Cheating.
J. Simpson. OJ.
Well, the ironic part gave it away.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Here we go. You like this one? Here we go. What former To Catch a Predator host was caught cheating on his wife by hidden cameras arranged by the National Enquirer? Bob.
Isn't that like, I was going to say Jim Henson.
It's not Jim Henson. He's dead.
Oh, shoot. What the heck is that? It's Hanson, though. His last name's Hanson.
It is. And he didn't sing Bop. So it's not Tyler, Zach, or somebody else.
Chris.
It is Chris Hansen.
I watch a lot of Cinnamon Toast Ken videos, and they cover a lot of those. It's hilarious.
Okay, here we go. A father was denied access to see his premature twins in the neonatal intensive care unit of a Manhattan hospital due to the 2012 birth of what celebrity power couple's baby. So this guy's trying to see his premature twins, but he couldn't because of this power couple. Bob.
Ooh, I was going to say Beyonce and Jay-Z, but I want to change my answer to Kim Kardashian and Kanye West.
You are incorrect, Mr. Mike.
Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie.
No. Bob, Kim Kardashian and Kanye would have been in Los Angeles.
Oh.
So Manhattan was Beyonce and Jay-Z, you big
I had
dummy.
it right before I changed it. Son of a gun.
Wow.
Oops.
Oh, boy. That's
you
fine.
shit for brains.
You shit for brains.
I can't believe they said that about you, Winston.
All right.
I would never say that about you, Winston.
Here we go, guys. This is a good one. After 27-year-old R. Kelly served as the lead songwriter and producer on her debut album, what 15-year-old singer married him?
Oh,
Bob.
Isn't it like Elijah or Aaliyah?
Aaliyah.
It's Aaliyah.
Is
You
what you're
got
going
it.
for.
And it is Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Not Elijah.
Pee on you.
Oh
Yeah, drip, drip, drip.
Oh my God.
Oh, man. All right, here we go. Here we go. What rapper, producer, and egomaniac halted his performance because two people in the audience, one of them in a wheelchair and one with a prosthetic limb, were not standing for him? Mike.
It's got to be Yeezy, right?
It's Yeezy. It's Kanye. Yeah,
that
what
guy,
a,
that guy's
Mike raised his
literally
hand
an
before I could.
egomaniac.
like, let's get the douchiest
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. Who's the douchiest rapper right now? Puff Daddy's close.
Right. Well, you know,
No.
I think, yeah, I mean, full disclosure, have always had a strong dislike for Diddy because he was only getting popular and rich off of other people's music. Because any song that he had that was any good, he sampled a better song.
You ready to get down?
And then he produced a bunch of people and got rich off of them. So, I mean, sure, he had an eye for talent and rape, but like, what else was he good at?
Yeah, at least Dre was a good rapper, right?
Yeah, Dre was legit. Dre was his own, like, you know,
He could rap.
because again,
He
Diddy was, you know, he hung on to Biggie. Like, that's what he was.
And then he videotaped people at his place in Blackman.
And quite frankly, I still contest if Biggie had literally any other producer, his music would have been way better. Because
Probably.
what Biggie was rapping about compared to the beats that Diddy was using didn't really mesh, but he was so good, it didn't matter.
It didn't matter. He overcame the suck, right?
Yeah.
Now, Tupac kind of had best of both.
Yes.
Just saying.
Dre was the greatest producer of all time, probably.
100%. 100%. And let me just say really quick, how weird is it? Because I remember when Snoop Dogg in the 90s was on a murder trial, you know, rap.
It was the case they gave
Murder
him.
was the case that they gave me.
And now he is like fucking America's mascot at the Olympics. And I'm not complaining because I love Snoop. I've loved Snoop for ages. I've loved Snoop since Doggy Style. I always have been a Snoop fan.
I've seen memes of like my dad once grounded me for buying a Snoop album, but now he's representing us at the Olympics and doing all the things. And he was a great ambassador. Like he genuinely enjoyed being there.
Lottie
That's really
Dottie.
what you
He
wanna
likes
be.
to party. He don't
Like,
cause trouble. He don't
we don't bother nobody. We're just some people that rock the mic.
When we
rock up on the mic, we rock the mic hard.
Right.
No, I don't know. It's just funny because Snoop is just culturally in the zeitgeist, right? Like just
sushi.
Completely different thing. Okay, so now Mike's gone. So we'll wait.
Is he getting a sushi? No,
yeah.
I'm ready.
You're ready. I'm gonna try to get some good questions up to the top. But no, I just thought it was really funny. Completely. That's really good. That is really good. Snoop is completing all the side quests. Nice. Listen, love him or hate him, right? Like I think that he is an example of how people can change and evolve. And
he's a scavenger smoker. He shows up. He's like, man, I just quit yesterday.
All right. How about let's
half baked? Yeah, half baked.
Yeah, it was. Let me find a good one that I think you guys
Chris,
will.
Thanks for joining.
Hey, Chris, good to see you, buddy. I will be in touch.
Yep,
I'm really glad Chris made it. He doesn't normally get to watch, so I'm really excited. All right. What mustachioed actor, Liberty Medical spokesman, and one-time Howard Hughes bodyguard is also pro cockfighting and an avid gambler? Mike.
I don't know. I'm just gonna throw out the first mustache I could think of and say Tom Selleck.
No.
It's that old guy. I don't remember his name.
Diabetes. That's your clue. That's your clue.
I don't know his name.
He's in the thing. He's in Cocoon. If Donnie was watching, Donnie would have had this. Donnie, where you at? Donnie.
Where you at, Donnie?
So disappointed.
Are you lurking?
I'm not mad at you, Donnie. I'm just disappointed.
I really
I picture him in my head. I know who you're talking about.
Yes, there it is.
Yes.
I knew I just didn't know his name. But I know the guy.
Yeah.
That friggin' guy.
Terrible with actor names. Unless they've been mean.
Tim is so blurry.
What? I'm blurry?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got out of focus a little bit.
Oh. Ooh, okay.
Time out.
Are we ready? You ready for this?
Y'all ready for this?
What Oscar-winning actor worked as a lion tamer at the age of 15, was on the boat trip where actress Natalie Wood mysteriously drowned at age 38, and then he also appeared in Madonna's coffee table book Sex at the age of 49?
What was the Lion King's name? Or not the Lion King, the
Lion Tamer? Natalie Wood died. So that was she was married to Robert Wagner at the time, and it was her, this guy, and Robert Wagner were the only people on the boat, and she died. She fell off the boat and drowned. And
I remember that.
I will tell you, he has a fear of googly eyes.
Christopher Walken?
Yeah, and he also doesn't like bears because they're fast.
Marsupials.
Marsupials, that's what it is. It's marsupials. Bears don't scare me. Marsupials.
Marsupials. They scare me fast.
Because they're fast.
He's got a watch up his butt.
Yeah, this uncomfortable hunk of metal.
In my ass.
All right, I've got a different game, different trivia questions. Cunning concoctions, bluff trivia.
Uh-oh.
Hey, look, it's a wild Bella approaches.
Ooh, a wild Bella.
If you keep doing all these questions about actors, I'll just bluff that I know the answer.
No, that's good. This is not.
Oh, I was just about to say that.
This is not an actor. What is the largest internal organ of the human body? Wait, did Bob raise his hand first?
Man, that was close.
It was really close. Okay, Mike, what's the largest organ?
The liver.
It is the liver. Wow. Did you know that, Bob? Dave had it. Right.
I started to second guess myself that it was the brain, but no,
I would have said the large intestine or the small intestine, but just because it's.
I mean, it's hollow though, and once you compact it down, there's not much there.
Fair.
Hey, bud, you're heavy.
All right.
Go on.
I know you guys are big fans of this, so kind of like your favorite president, Donald J. Trump. What is the third book of the Bible?
2 Corinthians. That's like the whole bag, right?
That's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing right there.
It's an Old Testament book.
Matthew?
No.
That's New Testament.
Is it Psalms?
No, that's way towards the end of New Testament.
I read it like 25 years ago.
Is it 2 Corinthians?
It's not. That's New Testament.
Job, I guess.
Nope, not the book of Job.
Okay. I know Genesis is the first one because they know that kind of how that word works.
There's your winner, Eric.
Oh, Leviticus. That's where we get all the spice at. All the spices in Leviticus.
Yeah,
I know
that's
lots of Leviticus.
All the good
I didn't
stuff
know
is.
the third book though.
Yeah, that's where all the borderline Pornhub stuff is.
That's that's where it tells you if you work on a Saturday, don't.
You're dead. Here we go. Here's a movie question, but it's a sports movie. In what golf movie was the epic line, "Be the ball," uttered? Mike, real quick.
It's got to be Tin Cup, right?
Be the ball.
Oh, I have no idea then.
Bobby.
Damn it.
Caddyshack.
Wow, Mike. Wow.
I just assumed it was one I never paid attention to.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Yeah, Dave had that one really fast.
Yeah, go.
Chat.
No.
And then Diana had it as well. Do you remember? Okay, bonus point. What was the name of Chevy Chase's character in Caddyshack?
I couldn't tell you that. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
See,
I knew it was Chevy Chase and Bill Murray.
For no particular reason, I've been boning up on these kind of things. For no particular reason.
For no particular reason.
Yeah, I'll give
more, Tim.
I'll give the chat
attention on someone else.
I'll give the chat a minute to see if they know the character that Chevy Chase played in Caddyshack, both 1 and 2.
I know he was playing golf like at the pool table. It's not Clark.
No, it's not Clark. Yeah, but he said JK. So it's Ty Webb.
Oh, yeah. Never would have got that. David had his first name.
He did. I'll give him points for that.
Yeah,
okay, guys. Here we go. How often do you guys think of like ancient Rome?
All the time.
All the time. All right. Well, then you'll be good. Which pottery form takes its name from the Italian word for baked earth? It's a form of pottery. Ooh, Bob.
Is it a vase?
Nope.
All right. Terra forma.
Oh, you're so close.
Terracotta.
Yes, it is terracotta. All right. I don't expect either one of you to get this, but maybe you will. Diana and Dave both with the terracotta. Well done. Dang. Also, I do believe Bob said that was his favorite kind of cheese. Terracotta cheese. Okay.
Very earthy.
What was the name of Captain Nemo's submarine?
The yellow one?
No, not the yellow one. What was the name of... Boy, so nobody played Nemo's War, apparently. It's a board game. David coming in hot with the Nautilus.
I've heard that name.
You have. All right, boys. Here's something a little more modern. In what city does SpongeBob SquarePants live?
A city under the sea.
No, he lives in a pineapple under the sea.
Well, yeah, in a city. Nautilus.
Mike? Is Mike having it?
He's Googling.
Dave, you're very close, but
Bikini Bottom.
Eric
there we
gets
go.
it with
I said
Bikini
it, but
Bottom.
I was muted.
How convenient.
I said it when I did this, and I was muted.
Bikini bottom. We got all the bikini bottoms. Come on, it's the best part of the bathing suit.
All right, bro. Get that. Come on.
In science, how long is an eon?
I want to say 1,000 years.
Longer. That's a millennia.
A million years?
Keep going.
Wow.
A billion years?
It is 1 billion years.
Ooh, I feel that.
I'm a butt cop. What is going on here?
You said the favorite part of the bikini.
Oh, well,
You're
bikini
not
bottom.
wrong.
Okay, fair. All right, boys. Here's a little history question for you.
Bit of an astronaut myself.
My anaconda don't want none unless she's got buns, hun. Okay. What English legal document was signed in 1215?
Oh,
Bob.
The Magna Carta?
It is the
Yeah.
Magna Carta.
Yeah.
All right. I love this so much. And then, yes, Magna Carta. Good job. Good job. Good job. Okay. What was the highest selling album in units of the 1980s in the United States? Bob.
Michael Jackson Thriller.
It is Michael Jackson's Thriller. Bob was fast on that.
It was quick.
Oh, boy. This is so easy. Which U.S. state is named on the label of a Jack Daniels bottle? Mike.
Tennessee.
Yeah,
I
Tennessee.
knew that.
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Tennessee. That's a really underrated song. I like that song.
It is.
What is the deepest known location in the Earth's oceans?
Dang it.
Oh, Bob.
It's like the Marinara Trench.
I mean, you're pretty close. You're pretty close.
If I type
Also
that in
like a
Google,
lot
it's going to give me the right answer.
I also like a lot of pizza sauce, so I'll
yeah.
allow it.
So, Mike, did you have a different answer?
Mariana.
No, that is the answer.
Yeah, it's it's
Mariana.
technically the Challenger Deep, and it is in the Marinara Trench.
that?
It is the Mariana.
It's just an accent thing. It just sounds different.
All right. Oh, he lived in Guam.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Hashtag fancy.
Okay. How about our Canadian friends up north? How many time zones are in Canada? Mike, you've been there. He's counting.
I think there has to be 4.
Nope. Who?
It's either 3 or 5.
I will also tell you, Bob, you are wrong.
Is there 6?
There's 6.
That's a lot.
That's a lot
I mean,
of time
I forgot
zones.
how far east
Yeah,
Nova
but how many
Scotia
people live in
is.
those?
Doesn't matter if they're not there to
If
tell
there's
the
3 of them with
time.
nobody in it. Does it really count? They don't have clocks.
Nobody. Yeah, I forgot Nova Scotia has its own. And then, I mean, Canada doesn't even go as far west as Alaska does. So
Nope. It goes further
I'm
east, though.
yeah, that's what I mean. Nova Scotia maybe has 2 time zones.
Maybe. I don't know. Listen, I don't
that
know.
are-
I just
that
know
are
the
before
answer.
Eastern time, because there aren't any that are past Pacific time. I know that.
Now, is
Wow.
Hawaii technically on Pacific time, or is Hawaii on its own time?
Here we go.
It's on a different time entirely. Yeah.
And then Nova Scotia
Correct.
is in Atlantic
Thank you,
time
Eric.
versus Eastern time, right? So there's Atlantic, Eastern, Central, Mountain, Pacific, and
That's
then
what I mean. That's why I came up with 5.
and then
So
Canada.
they must have another one east because Alaska's further west than Canada is.
That's true.
Crazy.
I
All
can
right.
see Russia from my backyard. Okay.
Oh, boy.
What?
All
That's
right,
an oldie
Sarah.
but a goodie. Yeah. Barracuda. What layer of the atmosphere lies between the troposphere and the mesosphere? Bob.
The ozone?
Nope.
Say it again, please.
Idiot.
What layer of the atmosphere lies between the troposphere and the mesosphere?
The biosphere.
Wow.
Calm down there, Billy Baldwin.
The only other one I can think of is the stratosphere, but I thought it was at the top.
Nope,
so
you are correct, Mike. It is the stratosphere, along with Dave and Eric.
Right for the wrong reason.
I thought that was at the top. Yeah, Newfoundland is way further east than Nova Scotia is, so I can see 6 time zones there. All right. Wow.
The songs Surrey and Love Yourself released by which singer? Sorry, but I said Surrey because I'm giving you a clue. And Love Yourself were released by what singer?
It's got to be Canadian.
He's Canadian, eh?
Bryan Adams? Oh.
Bob, you're wrong.
All right. Canadian.
Don't look at the chat. It's in the chat already. I don't know how Dave knows this.
I have no idea.
I have no idea who that is.
Dave, how do you know this? I love it though.
I've never
because
heard
he gets
that.
it.
Wait.
He gets.
Oh,
and then he says Beaner.
Beaver. Oh my God, Beaner. I thought we were going north, not south.
No, the Beaner.
I definitely just got us canceled. I'm sorry.
Oh boy, I
didn't even think of Bieber. He acts like an LA kid, so I don't even think of him as being
24-year-old
Canadian.
daughter.
Oh, okay, Dave. Fair to you. Even though maybe you're a closet Bieber fan. All right, here we go. In the human body, what is the hallux? HALLUX. And I'm 99% sure you gentlemen have these. Mike.
99. Oh.
I'm pretty sure. Bob.
Well, now I don't think I'm right.
Tonsils?
Nope. It's something I could see visually. I know Bob's got it. I don't know that I've seen this part of Mike.
Oh.
Mike. Oh, I love it.
I don't know.
It's the benefit of being friends with Bob for so long. Just
You've
knowing
seen different parts of my body.
Yeah, that's a big
butthole.
It's your big toe.
Oh,
the big toe is your hallux.
Wow.
Are you guys miserable with this trivia? Or are you good with this? Is this all right?
I'm good.
Okay.
You can milk anything with nipples.
Yeah, you can. You sure can. Oh, I knew this one. What planet in our solar system has the most gravity?
Oh,
Mike was first.
Mercury.
No.
Wrong. Bob.
Jupiter.
It is Jupiter.
It's the biggest, baby.
It's the biggest.
Mass.
It's the biggest planet. It's the best one. It's got the red eye moving around.
Mm-hmm.
It's a perpetual storm.
To the sun. Not that big means more gravity. Duh.
Okay. All my drug buddies out here. Here we go. Is a Himalayan poppy blue, brown, red, or black? Bob.
Black.
Wrong. Mike.
Brown?
Also wrong.
Then it's blue.
Then it is blue. Blue is correct.
I guess we haven't done enough of that.
Yeah, got to get on that horse.
Yeah.
I just keep forgetting.
My pony. Okay, here we go. A shuttlecock is used in what sport? Mike.
Badminton.
Correct. Also good.
What'd you call me?
I was interacting with the chat.
Ooh, here we go. Here we go now. What is the first letter on the top left of an English standard keyboard? My Bob was first.
Q.
It's a QWERTY.
That was easy.
In Cycling. What is BMX short for?
Rad. No.
I will say the chat is like on it with the answers. Now they haven't answered BMX yet, but like.
No idea.
Bicycle machine extreme. I don't know.
Well, you're close. Ish.
Only because they said bicycle.
Correct.
An extreme.
Extreme's not in there.
Should be.
Ooh, this has got Dave. And I feel like Dave and I are probably close to the same age.
Extreme.
Eric's got it. It's badminton extreme.
Yeah, shuttlecocks for the win.
Okay, it is for bicycle motocross.
Oh my God.
All right. Oh, and he did have a huff.
I did
too.
Didn't we all have Huffy?
Oh, dang. Jazz was so close.
With the big pad on the front, like handlebars there.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the Velcro thing.
Brain damage.
Yeah. Okay, guys. The innermost zone in an archery target, is it red, gold, white, or black? Oh, wait. I don't know who raised their hand first.
Mike.
Okay, Mike.
I'm thinking of a dartboard, but that's fine. I'm going to say red.
Wrong. Bob. No?
So what were the other options?
Red, gold, white, or black?
Black.
That's black.
Incorrect. And the chat is wrong as well. It is gold.
Interesting.
I was thinking of a dartboard.
I mean,
Me too.
All right, boys. Aaron. Got it. There we go. How many strings does a standard ukulele have?
Oh, never mind. I was up in case you said guitar.
Bob. 4 is correct.
That's yeah. I was going to
Sarah had one for a hot minute.
Okay, Mike. You need to answer this before Bob does.
Uh-oh.
In 10-pin bowling, what is a turkey?
3 strikes.
Oh, okay. You got it, but Bob raised his hand.
Yeah.
I knew it too.
Yeah.
It's like, how many things do you not do because you've got bowling?
Not that much.
A lot. I mean, it feels like a
roll
lot.
on Chavez, though.
Yeah, that's true too. Hey, Mike, how often do you get a turkey, do you think?
In league, I bowl every week and I bowl 3 games. I'm rolling usually at least 1 out of 3 games.
Nice.
If I don't roll a turkey in 3 games, I'm pretty disappointed. Let's put it that way.
So your average score is like a 98 with the bumpers.
Yes.
Hey, David, thanks for being here, buddy. We'll see you next week, I hope. Always appreciate the candor and you participating.
That's starting back up in a couple weeks. I'll be rusty because I don't bowl during the summer.
Mike, what is your average, though? What do you think is your average, though, honestly?
Last year is about 190.
That's pretty damn good. I mean, for a casual bowler?
The rules.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm getting another ball. I'm about to have 3 for the first time in my life. So it's getting crazy.
You might want to see a doctor about that.
Oh, boy. Oh,
getting it drilled and everything. Got to make sure it's the right fit.
Yeah, check those.
All right, guys. In honor of the Olympics,
all right,
name the 4 types of events in women's gymnastics. Ooh, Bob was first.
That was close.
You have the pole vault, the balance beam, the floor routine, the horse that they go over, and the uneven bars.
You got 3 out of 4. They don't do the pommel horse.
No,
that's men's gymnastics.
Oh, and they don't do the rings. So,
but he didn't say the rings.
I didn't.
right. I'm just
Oh,
process
okay.
of elimination.
No, you're fine.
To get the fourth. Why am I struggling?
I always think of was it Mary Lou Retton? I think that nailed this one, and she was famous.
Oh,
and
the vault.
the vault, the girl
the
who
vault.
who hurt her ankle, like, and she
Yeah.
did the landing, but then was able to kind of like.
Wasn't that vault over one of those pommel horse things?
It kind of is, but it's not called the pommel horse because the pommel horse is when they're on it, like the
On
men
it
are
and
on
doing
it.
all the
Yeah.
sways and stuff.
Yeah, the vault is different. Balance beam, floor.
I'm glad.
Floor routine.
I'm glad
uneven
he
ball.
said it. Hold on, you didn't catch that, did you?
Oh man, let me get really mad about something that doesn't matter.
I don't know
crap.
anything about and just base my opinions off.
Yeah, I heard something online and I'm really angry.
I got
did my own research
over that whole opening ceremony. Like, failed to see anybody else's perspective on anything because there's only one religion that matters.
Yeah. Guess what, man? I got like too many other things going on in my life to worry about that bullshit. Okay. What imaginary line passes through Greenwich, England, or Greenwich? Oh, you're all good, Dave. I love you being listen, dude. I think it's hilarious and I enjoy it. You're not going to hurt my feelings, buddy. I love it.
If I wasn't on air, I'd have more jokes like that.
It's the opposite of the one for the day line on the other side. It's what is that called?
Dayline. Oh. Thank you for getting my joke.
Oh, I had you.
Exactly, Dave. Exactly, man. That's it. Like, if we can't laugh, who cares, right? I mean, we got to be able to laugh. That's it.
It's not the Dateline.
Yeah, exactly. Eric, also true. We are all friends here. This is a safe place. We can laugh and we can have fun. We are
make fun of everybody. If I'm making fun of you, then I probably don't like you.
Yeah, we're enjoying life here. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
I can't remember the name of that line. It's not the international date line. It's whatever's on the other side.
Nope. What's a number that can't be divided evenly?
Prime.
So it's the prime meridian.
It's the Amazon Prime line.
Or the Greenwich Meridian line. It's pronounced Greenwich, right? Greenwich. It's pronounced Greenwich.
Louis.
It might be. It might be a Louisville. It might be a Louisville thing.
Yeah.
What type of sporting equipment has a head, a face, a heel, and a toe?
Armor.
This is the answer. Doesn't really make sense, but
I'm
Mike. I like Eric's answer.
I mean, some parts there, but this is just a guess. Is it a golf club?
It just says golf.
He saw the chat.
But it is a golf club.
No, that was my guess, but I'm like, what's the toe? Is it the back? I know the head and the face.
It's part of the head of the club, isn't it? I don't know.
Is it like the end of the?
I think
it's that little piece.
The bottom of where the shaft meets the
keep going.
Head,
it's
club
keep,
head.
Keep talking.
That you knew I had one. It's one of those things.
Keep talking about the shaft. All right, here we go. I expect Mike to get this one before Bob.
More sports questions.
Name the 4 primary ingredients in beer. Oh, Mike.
Hops, malt, barley, water. Yeast.
There it is.
There we go.
Oh, and you got the balloons too. Yay. Yeah, golf itself is a sporting equipment now. Right, Eric? That answer was Jack.
Yeah. It's a weird one.
Okay. Here we go. We can't be friends if you get this wrong. What is Indiana Jones's profession? Ooh, Bob.
I mean, he's a professor of archaeology.
Yeah. So archaeologist, but we will also accept professor of archaeology because that's the nerdy answer.
Though,
but that's the nerdy answer. That's the deep cut.
That's better. That's like the hipster answer.
Okay. Also expect Mike to get this one first. What are the 4 events in professional tennis's Grand Slam? Ooh, Mike.
That's the U.S. Open, the French Open, Wimbledon, and the Australian Open.
Yes. He got it. I am really glad to be able to have a trivia game where Mike is competitive. Let me just say.
He's only good at one topic. Geography is the other one.
Mike, to his credit, is a wonderful and good sport about it. But Mike, you should probably bust out that Star Wars trivia for Bob and I to round out the night, because I'll only do a few more of these, and then I won't bore anybody else. In what 20th century decade did the Spanish Civil War end? So in what decade? And it was in the 20th century. Bob?
The 1900s, like the odds, right? Like the odds,
between 1900 and 1910.
0 to 10.
Yeah. Wrong.
Oh, no.
But good try.
10 to 19.
Nope. And Eric was also wrong, but
20?
Andrew got it.
Wow, that late?
1939 is when it ended. So like really late.
I wonder if that's why. So they were fighting their own war while everybody else was doing World War, like starting to build up to World War II. Is that why they remained neutral? Because
it has to be.
Out their own shit.
Has to be, right?
I guess.
Okay, here's the last one, and then I will actually I'll do 2 more because this one's kind of gross and I can't wait to hear what the answer is. But 2 more, and then I'm gonna throw it to Mike. So name 3 of the 4 most precious stones. Ooh, Mike.
Diamond. Gold.
No. Bob? I don't know that gold is considered a precious stone because it's a metal.
Yeah.
Emerald?
Yeah.
Ruby.
You got to name one more.
Sapphire?
Sapphire is correct. It is diamond, sapphire, emerald, and ruby.
Damn it.
Gold is a metal. Yeah, there we go. Good job. Good job, guys. And I believe Diana Rossi had it as well. Diamond, ruby, emerald. She had it. Eric had it. Jazz had it.
So we're not as smart as the chat, okay?
Listen, the chat's pretty smart. That's
smart.
All right.
That is.
Now
they
we
are
have
tough to deal with.
Who is it? I think David left. Oh no, Nix. Nix is the one that nails the Star Wars trivia.
Okay, hold on. I got really one more, and this one's gross. You ready? Last one.
Yes.
On which finger does the fingernail grow the fastest? 1 out of 5. Ooh, Bob.
The pinky.
Wrong.
It's gotta be thumb.
Is it the ring?
Also wrong. And the chat is on fire tonight. And no, it's not the pinky. You guys got to stop doing coke off of that.
Thumb?
Eric has got it. It is the middle finger.
This one?
This one. And this one also grows.
Your phone doesn't have a celebration for that one? That's sad.
It should.
No middle finger animation?
It should. Do you guys like prefer this kind of finger, or is it like straight up?
No, you got to tuck the fingers.
You got to tuck them? So like that, this takes more work.
That's right. That's the aggressive one. You're like, that's
why I go for that one.
Yeah. Okay.
I got time to be
because that's too easy.
Put it up.
That's too easy. Yeah. You really need to just
more effort, just kind of hurts the knuckle a little.
It does a little. And I got rings on, so I kind of feel it there. Yeah. All right. You know what's funny? Hey, Mike, I just thought of this because I have an extra West sticker. And you know how West says he puts like his stickers on his games that he's like keeping and he won't get rid of? I should put that West sticker on this game. Give it to him. And then he can't get rid of it. That's smart, right? That's smart.
That is good. And then you hand it to him at QSCon. Be like, West, I got
you.
Dude,
something. That would be amazing. Oh. But then we wouldn't have autocomplete to play anymore.
I mean, it's a win-win, Tim.
Okay.
All right. Star Wars trivia.
All right, let's do a few of these and then we'll wrap up.
Yeah, if Nix was in here, he'd be demolishing all you guys. Watch him pop in last minute. So, all right, this is Trivial Pursuit Star Wars Classic Trilogy Collector's Edition.
Yeah.
For those wondering.
This is my game.
He gave it to me because I suck at Star Wars trivia.
Well, I needed Mike to have some trivia to read to me, so I loaned it to him too.
I don't have trivial knowledge of Star Wars, so all right.
Oh, snap.
There's no theme on these that I can tell. Sometimes there is. All right. What rebel hero proved he knew the proper function of a speeder bike center switch?
Say it again.
What rebel hero, Tim?
Is it Luke?
It is. Yeah. It's what rebel hero proved he knew the proper function of a speeder bike center switch. All right. What optical... Oh, okay, I'm seeing a theme now. What optical instrument did Luke keep hooked to his farm belt? Tim?
Oh, wait, they're are they like macro binoculars or something? I forget what they're called now. Damn it.
I'm good with that. Binoculars or electro binoculars.
Okay, cool. Justin
Bieber knows how to operate a speeder bike. All right. What did rebel heroes hide beneath while the Death Star's trooper searched the Falcon?
Oh,
Bob.
The floorboards.
Yeah, the lower deck plates.
Yep.
Yeah.
When he installed those, he never thought he'd be smuggling himself.
Even better.
All right. How many stormtroopers presented Luke to Darth Vader on Endor? Oh, my word. Bob?
4.
No. Tim?
6.
No. Guesses? Nope.
12.
Nope. Bob's closer.
Oh, 1?
It was 3.
Okay. 23. I love it.
1 million.
Even the chat didn't get it, but Donnie would.
That one's
Donnie or Nix would have got that if they were watching. I just have a feeling.
What blunt-headed, peg-toothed creatures live in the vacuum of interstellar space? Bob?
Mylox.
No.
It's Minox. No.
Sorry.
No, unless this is another name for them, but no.
No, you said peg-headed?
Blunt-headed, peg-toothed creatures live in the vacuum of interstellar space.
What's that worm called?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe a space slug?
Oh, good God. Okay, sure.
Yeah, that one's ridiculous. Okay.
Exactly, Eric.
What was Luke Skywalker's last line in Return of the Jedi? Ooh, the Full 42 did a last line movie challenge a few weeks back that was pretty cool.
They did.
Who's got the last line by Luke Skywalker in Return of the Jedi?
Don't know.
I need to watch Jedi again. Damn.
Wait. wait to see if there's a guess or someone in the chat.
No, I don't think anybody's got it.
Yeah, the answer is I Won't Leave You.
Okay.
No special themed card. No special themed cards. Some of these just like have characters on the back and they're all about that character.
Good try, Aaron.
What did Luke refer to when he told Leia, "In time, you'll learn to use it as I have"?
Oh, damn you, Bob.
The Force.
Correct. Who reached for his laser pistol when an Ewok stuck a spear in his face?
Damn it.
That was Tim.
Was that Han?
It was. I think I had that one as well.
Because he's going to shoot first.
Who sees Luke before the first Death Star battle and exclaims, "I don't believe it. How do you get here?" Tim?
Is it Biggs Darklighter?
Yes. I don't even know that character name.
I'm a nerd.
Wow.
Nerd. Such a big nerd.
What enemy vehicles did the rebels first spot from Echo Station 3T8? Tim.
The AT-ATs. No? It's not an AT-AT?
Isn't that? I don't think that's the same. Is this a different name for
An
it?
Imperial Walker?
There you go. Thank you.
That is
I thought those were
AT-AT.
AT-AT.
An AT-AT is an Imperial Walker.
I've actually I've just never heard them called Imperial Walkers. I've only heard them called AT-ATs. I'm like,
sure.
Well, that is a walker, isn't it?
I'm so nerdy that I'm like, I know the technical name.
Actually, that's an AT-AT.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Nick. You guys are all about to get smoked.
There's Nick's
Imperial Walker.
Oh, yes, the AT&Ts. Correct.
Yeah,
those
we're here
are the
to talk
middle
to you
ones.
about your
my
phone
cell
bills.
service is getting great.
Nick's, we've been talking about you all night. Really glad you made it, buddy.
Just in time for the Star Wars trivia.
Yeah, this is like the second card, so you're about to clean house. Who first saw the Minox crawling on the Millennium Falcon's Hall?
Oh, Bob.
Princess Leia.
She did.
She did.
It freaked her out.
It freaked me out.
What did Luke not know the power of, according to Darth Vader?
Bob beat me.
The dark side.
Of course. Dang, I would have got 2 on that card. That was an easy one. What pilot? This is a new card. Not seeing any characters on the back. What pilot was the last person to wish Luke good luck before his departure for Dagobah? Tim. Departure to Dagobah.
It's got to be Han.
Ooh, nope. I don't know this character.
Oh,
Chewbacca.
No, it's Wedge Antilles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wedge.
How many laser cannons are found on an X-Wing? Tim.
4.
2 on each side. What a
I like that. I beat Bob.
That was an easy one too. What sense did Han Solo temporarily lose as a result of hibernation? Ooh, that was a tie, but Tim keeps getting them all. So, Bob.
He's blind.
He was blind.
I can't see. Boba Fett. Where?
Where? Yeah. Yeah, Nick's is like boom, 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 boom with all of these. I love it.
Right. What was the number of Princess Leia's detention block? Oh, wow. Here's a more specific question. Don't look at the chat. Not saying they got it yet, but I'm ready for Nick's on this one. Bob.
13?
No.
34C.
That's her.
Oh my God. Wish they had to measure for that outfit. No. I'll give the chat a little bit. I'll take some more
give
guesses.
Nick's a second.
Yeah, Nick's will get it.
This is the number of Princess Leia's detention block. This is a very specific one.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Nobody may get this one. I'll give it another few seconds here. The detention block was AA-23.
Yeah.
23. I knew there was letters in there.
That's so specific. Wow. That's a deep cut. What what prevented Luke from blasting the creature that attacked him in the trash compactor? Tim?
It went underwater. You couldn't see it.
No.
Oh, I know what it is. Damn it.
Bob.
There's like a magnetic it's magnetically
The bolts bounce all around and the ricochets.
No. What prevented Luke from blasting the creature that attacked him in the trash compactor? This is an old school like movie tribe right here.
Is it the water in the pistol so it wouldn't work?
Technically, yeah, his gun was jammed.
Yeah, okay.
Must be an old movie. It's like anytime in like a modern-ish movie where the whole plot is based around somebody can't get a cell phone call out. I'm like, oh, you lost me. Like, that just doesn't happen. Use somebody else's phone. Text them. Like, it just, anyway. I love when you have to tell a story and you got to start like, before cell phones.
Yeah, right.
Who was treated twice in rebel infirmaries? Tim.
Luke Skywalker.
He was.
In Empire specifically. Eric is not going to let go of the 23 stormtroopers.
They were all jammed in there for the stormtrooper gangbang. All right, sorry.
Okay, so finish the card you're on, and then one more card, and then we'll call it a night.
Last card.
Oh, right on the last card.
Yep, we are. That was the end of it.
Let's go.
Oh, wait. I think. Yes. All right, last card. What pilot flew as Red 2 during the first Death Star battle? Bob.
Wedge.
Yes.
He said first. He's one of the only ones that survives.
It's Wedge and Biggs. It's one of those.
What squadron made the initial torpedo run against the first Death Star? Bob.
Gold.
Correct.
Gold Squadron. Y-Wings.
Yep. Who was escorted by 6 royal guards when he arrived at the second Death Star, Tim?
Emperor Palpatine.
Correct. What planet did Luke describe as a slimy mud hole? Tim.
Dagobah.
Correct. What did Luke stumble across when cleaning R2-D2 in his garage? Bob?
The hologram recording.
Yes, Leia's holo message.
There's something jammed in here.
That's right. But where'd it go? Where's she at? Bring her back.
Yeah.
Who admitted, I don't have a landing permit? Bob?
Han Solo?
Correct. Look at over here. Look at Nick's over here just rattling them all
just
off.
Bam, 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 bam. Correct answer. Correct answer.
Great.
Correct answer.
Nice. Well, there you go. That was the whole card. All 6 questions.
Well done. I'm really glad that I was clearly the winner. Oh, shoot. Mike, thanks for doing that. Thanks for reading those. Mike and Bob, thank you for indulging me in the trivia. It's fun.
Thank you, Nix, for showing up and showing us how it's done.
Yeah, Nix.
Right?
Boom, baby. Yeah. Thanks to everyone hanging out with us tonight. It was super awesome. Thanks for listening to us gripe a little bit about Gen Con.
Gen Con.
And sharing your own gripes. A little programming note. I will probably not be on next week, but maybe.
Oh no!
I know, right? I might be filming from a remote location if I can pull it off.
That's right. It is next week.
It is next week. And
can't name it. Can't tell you where it's at.
Yeah, can't say where, but I might be there. But anyways, you guys are awesome. It was so much fun.
Good times.
Look forward to this all the time. I only really buffered badly one time, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. You froze twice, but you only buffered bad once.
Yeah, and really the freezing was me just not knowing what to do.
Yeah. It's we're pretty positive most of the time, but sometimes it's good to rant. But it's not like we won't be back at Gen Con next year.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. And yes, Nix, we will D&D faux show.
Nice.
Dave, thank you. Tell Di good night, and thank you. Evan, everybody else that commented, all the Kibi games, Eric, Alicia, Jazz. I think did we get everybody? There was a few people early on that were commenting. So some newer people. So thank you guys for being here. And
Donnie made it.
What, did Donnie just show up?
Yeah.
Donnie, where have you been all night? I thought you would be like.
He might have just been lurking.
Oh, Donnie is a lurker. Donnie, you're going to be at QSCon,
He doesn't lurk on. Yeah, he'll be at QSCon. He doesn't lurk for trivia, though.
No, he doesn't.
Star Wars trivia, he's ringing in.
He doesn't. Oh, okay. Okay, Donnie. Well,
unless we got a little over a month for QSCon.
All right. Good deal. We will be there. Really excited. But thank you guys. It's been super fun. Really appreciate. And let's can I get the hearts out? Get the little hearts out for everybody.
And I'll be at Grand Con in a little over 2 weeks.
Whoop, whoop. Go see Mike at Grand Con. See us at a Tabletop Adventure Fest in Warsaw in October.
Yes.
And
that's right.
Bye, Aaron. Always a pleasure, dude.
Mm-hmm. Aaron, you're relatively close. Look into that Warsaw Adventure Con. Be cool to play some games.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. So for the board game rundown, I've been Tim.
Mike.
Bob. Mike's supposed to go first.
Thanks for watching.
Nailed it.
We're so good at this.
That was so good. We nailed it.
We're so good.
We totally nailed it.
I thought Mike was going to queue up a thing now and then.
It's happening.
We could listen
Stormtrooper gangbang.
Not that thing, your other thing.
Oh, my bad.
We'll see you. Good job, Stonemeyer. A 7.33333 repeating. 3 3 3 heating 3 3 3 heating 3 3 3 heating 3 3